from the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I think Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast powered by Air Transat.
Let me read you this headline. And then I'm going to pause because, damn it, Maury's footsteps are going to be the only thing you hear running in here. Tickle therapy could help slow aging. Pause for Maury's footsteps. And he's seated now.
So here's what I'm going to do for you.
Okay, thank you. Now,
First of all, why do you walk so heavy, bro?
I have a lot to carry.
you need a tickle.
I do. I've said that.
So the headline is a little misleading. So what they're doing is tickling the ear with small electrical current appears to rebalance the nervous system to people over the age of 55. Perfect for you, Maury. Potentially slowing down the effects of aging, according to new research. So scientists found that a short daily therapy delivered for 2 weeks led to both physiological and the well-being of your mood, your sleep, and your better quality of life. This could help protect people from chronic diseases, which when we become more prone to as we get older, such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and arterial fibrillation.
I've never had my ear tickled. Mocha?
So they do it with these little electrodes, but I'm all for tickle therapy, right? I'm all for it because the place that I want to go to doesn't exist, right? You know me. I hate massages. I'm in pain. I'm in pain for
It's
2
just because
days.
you've never had a good one.
I've had many good ones. I've gone to the best places that you can find. And I've paid more money than one person who hates something should pay for the thing that they hate. So I want a place where I don't get a massage, but I still want the experience. I want the great smells. I want the candles. I want to lie on the table, but I don't want somebody to hurt me like all masseuses do. I just want somebody to tickle me because I am all for tickle therapy, as Maury is all for tickle therapy.
Where would you like to
Do you want to tickle each other?
Not it, first of all.
Oh.
Not being involved
wait a
in
minute.
this.
Oh my God, what if we do a tickle train?
No.
Come on, man.
First of all, I am not a licensed tickle therapy tactician. practitioner.
No, neither is
here.
more. Come on, man.
No. If
I didn't know we were doing something where we had to call not it.
Hold on, no, but if I tickle Roz will tickle you, and then Mocha can tickle me.
We are not, first of all, we're not doing a tickle train in the studio, weirdo.
What?
Okay.
The human centipede of tickles?
No.
Nah.
Or are we?
No, we're not. No,
Wait, but in Maury's scenario, you would be the middle.
You get the best of both worlds.
No, in Maury's scenario, Mocha, I'm sorry, we're all the middle.
Why don't we just get it over with?
Okay. No.
Shut up, Maury.
Maury, you saying those words, it's so freely come from your lips like it's something you've said 1,000 times.
1001.
Why don't we just get it over with? Where's your favorite place to be tickled, Maury?
Oh, my arm.
The inside of your forearm. Mocha, where's your favorite place to be tickled?
Oh, man.
Come on.
Come on, dude.
Come on.
We have to do
Because
this.
then I have a very important question.
Oh, what's my second? Right on my chest.
No, and then I have a very important question. So,
Okay.
Maury, inner forearm, where is your favorite place to get tickled?
I really do like arms.
Yeah.
I like ears.
Yeah.
And I kind of like chest.
Okay, so arms. Let's go arm in arm. Okay, now pause. So here's what's going to happen: is we'll do a little tickle therapy. Okay. Now I have a question though, and it's the most important question.
What?
Okay, is it more weird for Maury to tickle you and then for you to tickle Maury, or is it more weird if you tickle each other at the same time?
Well, both scenarios are extremely weird, but I think the weirdest of the two is tickling at the exact same time.
Then that's where we're going to go.
Come on, man.
I'm right here.
Come on, dude.
No, it's tickle therapy. They say that this helps.
I know.
I'm not asking you to tickle each other's ears, for God's sake.
That's what the story says.
You're still
Right.
asking us.
Okay. Go. Just get it back over there, Maury. What are you
I know,
doing?
but I'm waiting.
Yeah, just get back over there. Okay. Tell me if this is weird or not.
Should I start?
What's that? No, it's going to be, no, it has to be at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
So where are we going? Arms?
So inside of the forearms.
Forearms? Okay, stand here.
So you're going to, so they're standing face to face right now.
Bro, why are your arms so greasy, man?
Maury is holding out.
Tickle my right arm and I'll tickle your, what is this one? Your right arm.
Yeah. So both their right arms, their right forearms are sticking out face up.
Okay, is it weird if I close my eyes because I don't want to look at Maury while I do this?
No, you should.
Yeah, okay, close your eyes. And I'll tell you what's going to make that even more weird is I know Maury's not. He's going to stare right at you.
Can I keep mine open?
Yes, you can, Maury. Okay.
By the way, I had egg.
Okay. Ew.
We're not kissing, bro.
Yeah. You're just tickling. Don't.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, get ready, Maury, because Mocha's going to tickle the egg right out of you.
Oh, that's so gross.
Okay, use your nails.
Okay. So how do you like it, first of all, Maury? Tell Mocha how you like it.
You gotta move your hand.
What's that?
Move your fingers like it's a spider.
Oh, like itsy bitsy spider. Mocha, tell Maury how you like it.
This is like, I can't because it's so tickling.
Oh wow.
Okay,
wow.
stop. It's tickling.
But do you feel rejuvenated? Do you feel that your chance of heart disease has gone down?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Also, Maury, no, because of eggs.
This is so stupid.
Okay. Here they go. They go again now. Oh, Maury. Mocha's eyes are closed. Maury's like, Maury has.
You're just going up and down. Move it around.
Oh, move it around a little, Maury says. Slide it, just move it. Instead of just going up and down on it, do a little up and down and then a little back and forth. Shake it up a bit.
The spider's running.
Oh.
Okay. Can we stop, man?
How's Maury's technique, Mocha?
It's actually pretty good.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Let's go through a couple of these Apple reviews that we've received on the podcast from earlier this week. These are incredible. Thank you to everyone that's taken the time to jump on to whatever platform that they're using to get to Apple Podcasts and leave a rating and or review. We've been getting like 5 stars across the board, and we can't thank you enough. Angie Baby 456, 5 stars, says, thank you for adding another podcast into the mix. One a week just wasn't enough. You make my Fridays alone in my office a breeze and a lovely way to pass the time. Keep up the good work and play more 5 and 7. I can't get enough of Maury's brilliant answers. Clarette writes, Roz and Mocha, 5 stars. I love the podcast. I don't always have time in the morning to listen, but I love listening to you guys. My boyfriend hears me always talking about you guys in the morning, but now all day. Thank you for the podcast. I love you guys. Bluish Sickles writes, awesome podcast.
Do people just make these names up as they get on?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is exactly the type of podcast I like listening to. A bunch of different topics, a lot of humor, and just lightheartedness. I've been listening to them, as in Roz and Mocha, since I discovered that they had a podcast and that they're now on my radio in Victoria, BC. So thank you for that. Catchella writes, simply the best, also gives us 5 stars. Thank you for that. This podcast is simply the best. Every week, my husband and I clear a couple of hours of our weekend just to sit and listen, and we truly have the best time to truly show how awesome this show is. My husband and I were listening while on vacation in Mexico. And then Sal Toronto says, dearest Roz and Mocha, I've been listening to you guys. I moved to Toronto from Montreal about 9 years ago. You kept me company on my commute to work, and specifically when I was on mat leave with my twins. Your show would be the first thing I put on when they woke up early in the morning. I was thrilled about the podcast, and it's something I listen to on my way to work and back home. There are times I laugh so hard in the car that people who are stuck in traffic look at me like I am crazy. Keep up the good work. Thank you for your honesty and being such a strong part of Toronto. Love, Salume. So thank you, Sal_Toronto, for writing that review. You can write your review on Apple Podcasts as well. And listen, we're just going to keep reading them as they come in.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Brother Love. Actually, no, he dropped Brother Love, right?
Mm-hmm.
A.k.a. Swag. He was named Swag for like a week. He named himself Swag.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a hype name.
allegedly is dating Steve Harvey's 22-year-old daughter.
I know.
What up with that?
Yeah.
Mr. Diddy is 49 years old, by the way.
Yeah, but that girl also used to date Diddy's son. It's Diddy's son's ex-girlfriend.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Oh, my God. No, it's not.
Yes.
What? What?
Yes.
Yo. Cuffing season is in full effect. Mr. Steal Your Girl, son.
Yes. And the girl is younger than his son.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Diddy pulled the robbery on his own kid.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes. Yeah, the story is that Diddy is most likely, I mean, they've been seen out a bunch.
Fam, they were wearing matching outfits in Hollywood the other night.
Yeah, but like seen out wearing like matchy clothes. And she's 22. He's what, 49?
He's 49 years old.
He's got 6 kids. One of those kids is the ex-boyfriend of the woman he's dating.
Ooh. Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty whack, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder what Steve, like...
I don't know. I don't even know how you make that. Like, I don't know how you make that move as a dad, right?
Yeah.
But I also don't know how you make that move as...
A grown man?
No.
Who's 49?
As the woman involved either.
Yeah. No, of course. Yeah, she's to blame as well.
Like, I don't know how you do that. And don't get me wrong. Like, geez, fall in love. I don't care. It's not my life.
Love. Come on.
Do your thing, right? But I just can't imagine. Like, could you read that headline and you automatically start thinking, more, you got an ex-boyfriend somewhere in this world, right? What would what would you do if what would you do if you walked out of Forever 21 one day and you saw Frank walking down the street holding hands with one of your ex-boyfriends?
I would probably barf.
Would you say anything?
I would just be in absolute shock.
Just pause for 1 second more. Mocha, I was going to do the analogy with your dad, Vern, but I didn't want to put that in your head.
Why my head?
Too late. Thanks. Oh, man. Come on, Dad. Stay away from my wife.
Yeah, no, so that's a crazy story, huh?
My God.
Isn't
who
it,
knew
though?
that?
That's
Steve
so
Harvey have to
wild.
be okay with it because it's the celebrity world?
Wow.
I don't think he has to be okay with anything,
I mean,
man.
I just think that the real irony is that the headline is that Diddy is dating Steve Harvey's 22-year-old daughter, who also happens to be the ex-girlfriend of Diddy's son. Oof. But then Steve Harvey hosts a show called Family Feud.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Survey says I just stole your girl, son.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
Sound the alarm, everybody! It's International Friendship Day.
That's true.
Hear that friendship alarm going off?
Set the friendship alarm. So, good morning, damn it, Maury.
Good morning, friends.
How do you do, Maury?
How would do?
More likes to flex that he's super close to you, Roz.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny. My grandmother said yesterday going, you and Roz are awfully close.
How would she know?
Yeah, right, she said that. I don't believe you.
Okay, so what did you come up with? So this is like a version of like the friendship game, right? So I have, before we went on, Mocha gave me a list of questions.
Yes, I did.
That I answered already.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so Mocha now will read you those questions. You try and come up with an answer.
And if I get them all right, we're friends?
If you get them all right.
No, what do you mean? You're supposed to be his friend. You should know these answers.
I know. So if I...
Your whole point of this is that you think we're best friends.
Well, no, I don't think. I know.
Right.
Why? Because Granny said so?
So,
Okay. Are you
That's
ready,
also why he
Damon
thinks he's handsome, by the way.
No, you're handsome, I promise.
Okay, so go ahead, please.
okay, here we go.
What is the first thing your best friend would buy if they won the lottery?
Okay, so Roz, my best friend, if he won the lottery, he would buy a a big estate elsewhere and give everybody an envelope that he's friends with a phone number in it, and that's the only way they could reach them.
What's my answer, Mocha?
Privacy.
Privacy is the first thing I would buy.
Well, yeah,
So
a big
not-
place away. I mean, it's part and parcel.
Nah.
And also, I don't know if that's the phrase.
I gotta say I got that one.
I don't know. I don't know.
Privacy could be anything where you close a door.
Okay.
I don't know.
Question number 2.
Yeah.
Dan Maury, what do you
Yeah.
think Roz's answer for this would be?
Okay.
What frightens your best friend the most?
Oh, getting a phone call from Maury.
Okay. There's a 2-part answer.
Yep.
Failure.
Yeah.
Also, Maury knowing where I live.
Oh, come on, that's it.
I don't know, man. This friendship alarm is really firing off right now. Holy cow. Okay.
Oh, this is amazing.
So are we saying that that's a match?
I'm going to say that one, yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, Maury.
Damn it.
Question number 3.
Yeah?
If your best friend could wear one of your clothing items, what would it be?
Okay, so if Roz could wear one of my clothing items, it would be
Oh, this question grossed me out so much, though, dude.
one of my polo shirts.
No.
No.
His answer is your winter coat.
Can I tell you why? I don't want to put on anything that has actually touched skin.
Okay.
Right? So the coat you wear over top of all your other clothes.
True.
So to
Yo,
me,
you never wore that winter coat at home, like naked, right?
No.
Okay.
Who does
Oh,
that?
why would you put that in my mind?
Naked, wearing an oversized winter jacket at home.
Why would you put that in my mind?
Sitting on the couch eating a giant plate of poutine. All right. Here we go. Dan Maury, question number 4. What is your best friend's favorite movie snack?
Okay, Roz's favorite movie snack is nachos and cheese.
No, wrong. It's chips. Question number 5. What is your best friend's favorite color?
Roz's favorite color is blue.
Wrong. It's pink. What is your best friend's jean size? Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Yo, you have to know this.
34, 36. 34 waist, 36 length.
So you're saying 34 waist, 36 length. Mocha, what was my answer?
32, 34, but sometimes 34, 34, depending on how tight they are.
That counts.
No,
he said
You
34.
you threw 36 length in there though.
I'd say-
I've never even seen a jean in 36
I
length.
think you only got like half of one question, half of the other. So really, you can only get 1 point.
Yeah, the one that you really nailed though was my biggest fear is you knowing where I live.
Yeah. Oh, best friends.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
Tons of places Air Transat can get you to. For example, Air Transat flies to over 60 destinations in 26 countries, and they got direct flights to like 26 destinations just in Europe.
Yeah, Croatia. Check out Croatia, man.
Beautiful.
What about Paris? How about Athens, Dublin, Italy, all over Italy, Amsterdam, Portugal, Spain, and for sure, you know that they're flying to London.
When you book with Air Transat, you already feel like you're on vacation.
I already feel like I'm on vacation right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I've flown with Air Transat before.
Oh, so it's like you're forever on vacation.
Yeah, that's what they do. It's like it's a weird thing that they have. I don't know what they put in the fish, but I forever now feel like I'm like I'm on vacation. No, in all seriousness, no. Flying with Air Transat is one of the best times I've had flying. And we took the family down to Mexico last year, and it's just such a great experience. And I think that it was a better experience because we had a kid.
Yeah.
Because when you have a kid with Air Transat, they really sort of they know what it's like to travel with a kid, and they do whatever they can to make it easier on the parents or parent.
Air Transat, vacation is calling.
All right, let's take a phone call.
Hey, it's Roz Mocha. What's your name?
Will. Yeah.
Roz, Will texted, wants us to give a shout out to his wife, Samantha. She's a huge fan of the show.
Yeah.
And he really wants to get the shout out there because he says in his text, she's going to be cheesed. What?
No. Oh, man, you're not supposed to say that part.
Oh.
Why not? But she's going to find out. She's going to find out.
It's text me like 2 minutes. Huh? Oh, man. Now I'm in trouble. Well, finish it off, man.
You're the one that texted us. It said she's going to be cheesed. I left the cat out today and she will be home before me, so I'm going to get caught.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we read your text on the radio or she shows up before you get home and sees that the cat's outside, you're still going to get caught and still going to get in trouble.
Yeah, but there's a couple hours where I can just enjoy the, blissful ignorance that I've not outside. Instead, now I'm outside.
Now you're going to get that calling before you get to work.
Yeah. Right after this, I'm going to get a call.
Yeah. Oh, man. What's your kitty's name?
Kit.
Kit.
Super original. Yeah.
No, it's fine. Do you love the cat?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He's sitting out in the rain today, though, because he wouldn't come in.
Well,
But
you can't help but question, whether you love the cat or not. I mean, you did leave it outside all day.
yeah. I guess I did. Yeah, you got me there. I got nothing for that.
No, man. The cat's going to be fine, bro.
Yeah, I know he'll live.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It's gonna go out, kill some birds. My cat Pickles used to be out from when I would leave here in the morning.
Yeah.
So 5 a.m. until sometimes noon. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. And she would just go and hunt, and she'd just kill birds and show up at the back door with a dragonfly still alive in her mouth, like it was a big blue cigar.
Gross.
Like all these gross things, right? Like they're fine. The cat's fine. Does a cat get out and come back home often?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He loves
you're
eating
fine
mice
then.
and stuff. He'll live.
Yeah, you're
He'll
fine.
make
But even though, still, like, Samantha's going to be
Not cool.
pissed, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be... she wants him inside. She doesn't like him outside,
No.
so I got to deal with that.
Was that the one job that you had to do this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
I
got the kid
figured.
ready.
I figured.
She's like, get the cat inside.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, he's inside, honey.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, now you're at the when you get to the you had one job, part of your day that you didn't do. It's not a good place to start.
yeah.
So instead of us giving your girl a shout out, do you want to apologize to her on our show?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
babe, I'm sorry. I didn't bring the cat in, even though I said I did. You'll see him meowing at the back door, probably with some dead animals. You can leave those for me. I'll deal with those.
Okay, there you go, Samantha.
All right. Thanks, Will.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, buddy.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
Hi, it's Roz and Mocha. Who's this?
Hi, it's Gina. How are you doing?
Damn, Gina.
I'm Gina.
Wait. Okay, Gina, how old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay, do you understand that reference at all? Probably not.
You know, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, back in the day, there was a show on Fox called Martin, starring Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
And his wife, or girlfriend/wife on the show, Gina was her name. And anytime like he'd get upset or whatever the situation, he'd always be like, "Damn, Gina!"
Hey, do they still call Italian girls Ginas or no?
Oh, not since Jersey Shore. Now it's Guidos and Guidettes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
Is it?
transitioned a few years ago
From Gino and Gina
to Guidos and Guidettes once
Okay.
Jersey Shore became popular.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, damn, Gina, what's going on?
So I was listening to the news this morning, and you were talking about the best and worst drivers in Ontario.
yeah.
And I genuinely do not know how Brampton made it on the best list, because we have the highest insurance rate in Canada. Like, in Canada, we have the
Oh.
highest insurance.
Jeez.
Ouch.
That's
Okay, so
rough.
you are from Brampton, which is why you can speak so foul about Brampton.
And wait, I almost die every day because the drivers...
Yeah. So that list again. So it was based on an insurance website, and they used insurance quotes between 2018 and 2019 to figure out which cities in Ontario had the best drivers and which cities in Ontario had the worst drivers. And on the best list, number 1 was North York, number 2 is Toronto downtown, 3 East York, 4 Etobicoke, 5 Mississauga, and 6 Brampton as in the best drivers in Ontario.
And then the worst again was, give me top 5.
Number 1 was Orangeville,
Wow,
and then
ouch.
Bradford, Woodstock, Sault Ste. Marie, and Brantford at number 5. Yeah.
Well, if we're on the best list, we should probably get better insurance rates.
Could you imagine how horrible it is to drive in Orangeville?
Scared. I don't want to.
Hey, Gina, love you lots. Thanks so much for calling in today.
You guys, thank you so much. You guys make my day every morning.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
Sorry, what?
Did anyone win the $60 million?
Yeah, somebody actually did.
No.
I don't know from where, but when I checked the app,
Did you buy a ticket on Friday?
I did.
I didn't buy a ticket on Friday.
I bought 3 tickets.
3
You bought
tickets.
more than 3 tickets, Maury. Maury was trying to...
how much is a ticket? Is a ticket $20? Like, is that the minimum? What's the minimum you can get for Lotto
No, you
Max?
$5.
Is it 5 the
Yeah.
minimum?
So I bought a ticket. Maury and I and DJ Climax were at an event on Friday night in Mississauga at Square One.
Yeah.
So before the event, we hit up the convenience store because I saw the sign. I'm like, because I know Climax buys tickets every week, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, did you get your ticket? He said, yeah. I said, I didn't get my ticket. I'm going to go buy one.
Right.
So I went and I bought $20 worth of tickets.
Is that what do you normally do? $20?
I normally do $20. And then Maury was next in line. And I don't know why, maybe because it was payday, but Maury was trying to flex like a boss.
Yeah.
And was like, I'll take $60.
60.
I'm with Mocha and I'm with the high rollers. I felt like I had to impress. I felt pressure.
First
to
of
look
all, there's
good.
no such thing as a high roller lottery player.
Yeah. I bought $20, dude.
So I felt like I had to impress. So I'm like, okay, I'll do $60.
Like,
thinking Mocha would be like, oh, cool.
Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, it's not a table game where the more you bet, the more potential winnings you could receive. Like,
but you have more chances in the pot, right?
Yeah, but 60, there's no difference between like
a $5 ticket and a $60
and a $60 ticket. You're just
like,
throwing more money away. The odds are so astronomical.
You're just being wasteful.
That in order to play those odds, like if you wanted to actually buy up, it would be impossible. You would need a team of like 40,000 people to go to a convenience stores all over Canada and just sit there and buy tickets for you 24 hours a day.
But Maury's reckless with his money
and
anyway,
you still
right?
wouldn't win.
So my $60 is the same as someone who put in $5.
Virtually, yes.
But like Maury's so reckless that even before spending $60 on lottery tickets, Maury went on a shopping spree in the mall.
Right.
How much did you spend on Q-tips, Maury?
$20.
On what?
Well, these are the Q-tips that have like a hard sort of stick so that when you shove it in your ear, it doesn't bend and break.
How hard are you shoving it in your ear that it bends and breaks?
I like to get in there and twist it around.
That's not good for you, huh? Q-tips aren't good for you, right?
How many Q-tips in that pack?
100 Q-tips.
Only 100.
Yeah.
You can go to like Shoppers and get like a 500 pack.
Yeah, but those are the ones that break or bend when you stick them in.
You're not supposed to use Q-tips.
Also,
it's not good for you.
Tell Roz how much you spent on pens.
Oh, I spent another $20 on pens because Matthew likes a specific pen.
Right.
And how many pens are in that pack?
Oh, you have to buy them one at a time, $1 each. You have to pay for one each.
You can go to like Staples and get like a pack of 10 pens for like $1.50 or something.
But I thought that I was going to win the lottery. I thought I was walking around with $60 worth of winning tickets.
Right.
In my mind, I'm like,
and I was
here
just
we
going to say that because what you have is you like to think that there's something at stake. First, you like to look like a big shot. That's why you're throwing money around in front of Mocha and Climax. But also, you like to feel that there's something at stake. You like the excitement of it, which is why buying a $5 ticket for Lotto Max doesn't provide excitement. Buying a $60 ticket provides you with excitement because of the loss, because of the potential loss is where you get the excitement from.
I won nothing.
And you won nothing.
Just like in life, bro.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Good morning.
Jake, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, so Roz, I met Jake on Friday night in Mississauga at Square One.
Okay.
He was attending an event that Dammit Maury, DJ Climax, and I were at.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And Jake said he's a big fan of the show and he's always wanted to call in to tell us who his favorite is, but because our phone lines are always so busy with other people calling, he could never get through. So I said, give me your number. I'm going to call you the next time we're on the radio.
And you did, man. Thanks for following through.
Dude, of course. I told you I would. All right, so Jake, here we go. Let's get into it. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I got to say my favorite is Roz.
Oh.
I listen. Well,
I was fully prepared to say, man, this was a lot of work to make me feel bad.
You know what? The reality is, my wife and I listen to you guys every morning on the way to work, and her favorite is Mocha, but I got to go with Roz. But I got to tell you why. Can I tell you why?
Yeah, please.
We listen to you every day, and it's great when you guys are talking about FML and all these things. And Roz has this superpower. He has this way of really kind of distilling down things to its essence and calling it like it is. And what's really cool about that is, he has this insight, and he's not afraid to tell it like it is. And what we really love about that is you're not afraid to call BS on people. You're not afraid to sort of call out the hypocrisy. And I got to tell you, man, in a world like today where sometimes, politically correctness kind of runs amok, it's really refreshing to hear you just tell it like it is. You're not pulling any punches. You're not trying to make people feel bad, but you really got the guts to tell it like it is. And I got to tell you, man, the world needs more people like that. It really does. So don't change you. Just keep doing what you're doing. And we need more people like that around here, I tell you.
I fully appreciate that. Damn it, Maury would disagree with you that the world needs more people like me. or more me.
No, man, your voice it's great.
That's probably the greatest thing, the best compliment ever, man. Like I'm blushing. Like what, Mocha, what?
Hey, Jake, you could have just said Roz and just leave it at that, bro.
That's a very detailed response, but I fully appreciate it. It's not necessary, always appreciated. Thank you. I'll take that win.
I shouldn't have taken your number on Friday. I should have just let you give that speech to me on Friday.
How did this play out in your head, Mocha? Like when you met Jake at the mall?
Because I met Jake and his wife, and his wife
super nice to you, right?
Yeah, but they both were.
Yeah.
And his wife just immediately, Mocha, you're my favorite.
Yeah. Oh.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then after Jake said, well, I have a favorite, and I've been trying to call and this and this, and I'm like, okay, Jake, give me your number. I'm going to call you on Monday. Don't tell me right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to call you. And we'll get you on the radio so you can say it.
Yeah.
I did not think it was going to go this way.
I need you to do something for me right now, Mocha. Think about the way you feel right now, okay?
Terrible.
And then I need you to realize that the way you feel right now, not only was it orchestrated by you, but you worked on this plan for 3 days.
Yeah. I know. I took the time. I talked to Jake. I got to know him a little bit.
Set yourself a reminder.
Right.
Don't forget to call
If it's
Jake.
any consolation, my wife's in the background saying, "Tell them Mocha's my favorite right now." So,
I don't believe that you have a wife. First of all,
hey, no, I met her. She's lovely.
And my son has a shout out because he says Maury's his favorite. So we really cover the gamut.
How old's your son?
Man.
My son is 13. Yeah.
Well, Jake, thank you to you and your entire family for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show. Honestly, it was great meeting you guys on Friday night, and just we appreciate it so much that you take the time out of your busy morning, as I can imagine, to listen to the show.
Oh, thank you guys. You just keep doing what you're doing. We love listening.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So normally it's official sometime around noon when Billboard decides to declare something number one of the week, right? And that's what we're all waiting for them to officially say that Lil Nas X has broken the record held by Mariah Carey. Did you see this tweet by Lil Nas X yesterday?
No.
Let me read you this. He says this: "Wow, man, last year I was sleeping on my sister's floor, had no money, struggling to get plays of my music, suffering from daily headaches. Now I'm gay."
Also,
that was the end. That was it. That was the whole tweet.
If you want to follow it up, Lil Nas X, also, you're going to beat Mariah Carey.
Yeah, which is crazy to think about.
And Despacito.
Yeah, which is crazy to think about. And the Lambs are not happy, right?
They are not happy. Specifically, one Lamb in Toronto.
Lambs, by the way, are hardcore Mariah Carey fans.
Damn it, Matthew. Damn it, Maurie's husband. Did not want this to go down. But Maurie, being the loving husband that he is, wanted to break the news to Matthew and tell him before he heard from anywhere else. It's best you heard from me before you see it out there in the streets.
Matthew. Hello. What's going on? I have to tell you something. What time is it? 3:30. What? Are you awake? Yes, I'm awake now.
Ew.
Can you stop coughing on me? It's now the 17th week, and Mariah Carey, I guess, is my God, her world record. Little Nas, he broke her record, I guess, right? What are you talking about? The record, Mariah Carey's longest world record for the number one songs on Billboard for one sweet day. Hello? My eyes are burning. I can't believe you woke me up for this. You know I'm not going to be able to fall back asleep now. You could have texted me later. Or I would have just seen it myself, the news. Not exactly how I want to start my week. I wanted to share it with you. Can you please stop poking me? Stop poking me. I needed to tell you the news. I'm awake and I hurt you. How do you feel about that?
I don't have any feelings at 3:30 in the morning.
What are your immediate thoughts?
My immediate thoughts is, can I murder you and get away with it?
I love you.
If you loved me, you wouldn't wake me up at 3:30 in the morning. Am I supposed to go back to sleep?
Okay, shh.
Oh, please.
Okay, I have to go now.
Oh, of course you do. You're gonna wake me up and then go. That's great.
Okay, shh. Good night.
What do you mean good night? Good night, not for me.
How could you sleep at a time like this? Oh, hell. So, there you have it.
Congratulations, Lil Nas X.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So, earlier this week was the official announcement that Old Town Road had broken the record for longest stretch at number one on Billboard. 17 weeks, which is astronomical. And everybody around the world was then reporting on it. And the records it broke, we all know, was Despacito, Louis Fonsi, Daddy Yankee, and Justin Bieber, but also Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men.
Yeah.
And I always love when you hear... I've always loved when you hear old people or people who you perceive to be old talking about stuff they have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh, no.
It's always my favorite.
Who's yapping now?
No, I'm going to play you a clip of BBC News.
Okay.
Right? Them doing the story of Old Town Road.
Sure.
And he almost gets his way through it.
Yeah.
He almost gets through the whole thing without screwing up. So here, I'll play this for you right now. This is from BBC.
Okay.
The song Old Town Road, a mashup of banjos and bass, has broken the record for longest stretch at the top of the US Billboard record chart. Lil Nas X's hit has now spent 17 weeks at number one. That's longer than Despacito in 2017, or One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey and Boys 11 Men in 1995. BBC.
He was almost there.
Boys 11 Men, they got them classics.
Because that's how they write it, right? It's like boys and then Roman numerals for
the
two,
number
I
two,
guess.
yeah.
And then whatever. But-
Boys 11 Men, they got that residency in Vegas.
Hold on.
Mariah Carey and Boys 11 Men in 1995.
You shouldn't laugh, right? You shouldn't laugh. Easy mistake to make. Could have been any one of us.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So no more Marcus Stroman, huh?
We're going to do 92 reasons Stroman should stay? No Stroman and Dine?
No Stro and Dine? Yeah, true. Well, I mean, he got traded, so I don't know what he's going to do. And it's interesting because I know a lot of people are going in on the Jays and why trade a guy that wants to play here. And I think he has like a Toronto tattoo on his body, does he not? I think he did that.
Yeah, that guy was ride or die for Toronto.
Yeah, but you know what? Ride or die on Twitter doesn't necessarily mean ride or die at the negotiating table.
No.
Because if you're ride or die on Twitter, but yet you sit down with the team and you're like, hey, next year, I want 6 years, $180 million or whatever the hell you're going to ask for. They're like, die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So you can be ride or die on Twitter. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have that love, because I know the rap right now is that Toronto teams get rid of the guys that really just want to stay here, and that hurts even more because you wind up paying extra for people to come to Toronto to play because people don't necessarily want to play in Toronto. And so you let a guy go who is ride or die Toronto just to then overpay next year during the rebuild or whenever you need to replace him.
At the end of the day, it's all about wins, right?
Well, it's all about a rebuild. They're not looking to win. Which is exactly
what the Jays are doing.
Yeah.
They're
not trying to win.
They're blowing everything up.
Yeah.
Listen, man, yesterday, right? The Jays played Tampa Bay at home.
Yeah.
At one point, the Jays were leading 9-1.
Yeah.
Would you believe we lost that game?
Really?
Yeah. Everything fell apart in like the sixth inning.
Hey, have you ever heard the story 10 Cent Beer Night? You ever watched that video?
Night. No.
So 10 Cent Beer Night happened in Cleveland.
Okay.
In 1974. And at that time, so it was the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
And at that time, there were like 7 major factories that closed down in Cleveland. Everybody was out of work. The river was on fire.
Yeah.
Literally. And they had nothing. And attendance was down for the Indians games. And they decided to do a promotion, which was 10-cent beer night.
Yeah.
And they had 28,000 people show up for 10-cent beer night.
Oh, man.
And the rule was that it wasn't a maximum of 6 per person all night.
Okay.
It was a maximum of 6 per time at the bar.
Oh, man.
So there were streakers by the second inning. Okay, it got to the point where they had 2 young girls who were manning these beer trucks out in the outfield, and they couldn't keep up with demand. So the girls just left, and then fans just started going up to them and drinking,
just helping themselves.
By the end of the game, by the end of the game, you can go and watch the video of how it got from 10-cent beer night to the end of the game, because it is really remarkable that this happened at an MLB game in 1974. But I'll tell you this: it ends with the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians in the outfield with bats fighting fans.
No!
That's how 10-cent beer night ended. If you get a chance, there's like a great 7-minute video on YouTube about 10-cent beer night in 1974. It's hysterical.
Toronto Blue Jays, you want to make some news?
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Marcus Stroman, no longer a Toronto Blue Jay. He's taking his talents home to New York. He's going to play for the Mets. As soon as that news broke yesterday, and I say the news broke in air quotes because we all kind of knew from last week.
Yeah.
Actually, for 2 weeks now.
It was a weird one because didn't the Jays tweet out something like, "We're working on it, we love him, and it's all great," and then he just replied with, "That's news to me," or something like that. Like there was it was ugly.
There was
no
messy.
talks.
No talks whatsoever.
It was messy, yeah.
There was no campaign to keep Marcus Stroman. No Stroman and dine.
No.
Nothing like that.
Come on, man.
Give you a free Presto card if you stay type thing.
Stroman Rome.
Stroman Rome. That would have been a good one.
Come on, man.
But the news broke yesterday.
Marcus can walk here anytime he wants.
And as soon as it happened, Maurie hit the streets of Toronto to find out what you thought.
You may not have heard the breaking news.
Marcus Stroman is traded?
You've heard the breaking news.
Yes, I have. I'm sad to see him go, but I think they're not going to win anything this year. I think I'd rather see them develop for the future. He was a great player, but, it's time to go.
Marcus Stroman traded to the Mets.
Disappointing. Well, the Canadian dollar's not doing so well, right? So, got to trade him up. He's got to go where the money flows.
What are your thoughts on Marcus Stroman no longer being a Blue Jay?
Well, it was fun.
I believe it. They wouldn't give him a long contract, so why not?
You don't seem shocked by this at all.
No, because I remember if you ever went on Stroman's Twitter account, he always said that management had no desire to sign him up. So eventually, you kind of know that he's going to be gone. And it's unfortunate because I think he really wanted to stay, and I think a lot of the young prospects wanted him to stay. But unfortunately, it's a business, and you got to go where you got to go.
Immediate reaction to hearing that Marcus Stroman was traded to the Mets.
I didn't hear that he was traded to the Mets. You're breaking news to me right now. I just came out of Ace's birthday party. So he was a good Blue Jay. Gave us some good years. I hope we got a lot in return for him.
I'm going to miss Marcus Stroman a lot. He's a valuable team member to the Blue Jays. And I'm going to miss him. Goodbye, Marcus. He was my favorite pitcher.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Analia.
Hi.
How are you? It's Roz and Mocha.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you for joining us on Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
Thank you for having me. This is so exciting.
Okay. You write us this. My FML is kind of funny, but basically, I have come to the realization that most people at my work say my name wrong. And I feel like it's too late to correct them. I've worked with these guys for almost 8 months now, and I've never been on the show. I've never been on a show or a podcast. I'm absolutely obsessed with all of you. Oh, that's wonderful. So how do you pronounce your name?
So it's Analia.
And it's spelled Analia.
Yes.
Can I guess what people are saying?
Sure.
Are people pronouncing your name Analia?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
What do you get most?
Probably Analia, but I think I've heard pretty much every variation. I get like Anilla, Anelia, Amelia.
Do you get Analia?
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you really? Yeah. Okay.
I understand where you're coming from. Like, it's very difficult when you have the word anal in your name and then people start mispronouncing it. Like, it's a very difficult life to lead.
It's, I didn't realize how much it would affect me until I moved when I was 10 to a new school.
Yeah.
And everyone started saying that. They were like, oh, anal's in your name. And I was like, traumatized. I was like, oh my gosh, this is something I'm gonna have to deal with for the rest of my life. And my mom, when I was like around 16, she was like, I didn't know that this is gonna be a problem. Like, if you want to change your name, like, you can.
Why the hell didn't your parents just put 2 N's in your name and solve this problem at the beginning?
Because so both of my parents are immigrants, and so my mom's from Argentina, and she didn't know like where she's from. That is like a very common name apparently. So when she came, and I have a twin brother, and his name is Matthias, and he like also gets every variation ever of his name, and it's very few times that people get it right, and it's something that I know I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life probably.
Okay, so you're at work, and people say your name wrong all the time. And what do you say in those situations?
So this is this isn't my summer job. So I am a student. And so last summer I worked here for 4 months. At the beginning, like, I would correct them. I'd say, oh, like, actually it's Analia. Like, for the first few weeks, for the first month or so, I would correct people. And then it came to the point where, like, after 2 to 3 months, I was like, okay, I can't keep correcting people every single time they say my name wrong. Like, it's an everyday thing. And I came back this summer, and a couple people, like maybe 4 or 5 people say my name right. And I don't know, I thought after working like 7 or 8 months with these guys, like, they'd finally get it. But apparently not, and I don't know if I should like say something because it is my name.
You should, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any shame in correcting somebody who's saying your name wrong. I think that I think that they would want to know, and I don't think you need to make it weird, because what's going to happen is they're going to go, oh yeah, Analia. And then you're going to go,
actually,
it's Analia. And they're going to go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And you just go, yeah, don't be. You know what I mean?
People but I've corrected people, and then like the next day they still say it wrong.
I always get confused when I'll see somebody's name and it's L-E-A-H, right?
L-E, okay, Leah.
Right?
Leah.
Or Lee.
Oh yeah, true.
Right?
True.
Or Leia. Like, it's one of those things. And so you can tell me that it's Leah, but I still may look at it and go, Lee. Or like, it's one of the, like, it's not something that sticks, right?
Yeah. It's not a common name that you read it once and you get it, right?
Yeah, so,
but I don't think that there's anything wrong with you saying to a coworker, hey, it's actually pronounced this.
I know, and it's the thing is, like, I am very used to like correcting people very first time meeting them, like first conversation even. Sometimes they forget, that's okay, I'll like say it again. But like, I don't know, like reminding people every single day. Like, I work with these guys Monday to Friday, like 8 hours a day, and I just like, I don't know, like after a while, like at school or at my other jobs, people always get it. But for some reason at this job, just like I work with all guys and they just don't seem to get it.
Like you're working in a factory. Like, here's one thing you can do. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you can handle dudes this way, right? If somebody goes, hey, this is Analia, you go, no, it's Analia, like Anacia, and then walk away. and then walk away. And then turn around and walk away, and they're gonna laugh and they're gonna go, oh, okay, I get it now. It's Analia, like Anacia.
Yeah, I've never thought of that before.
Yeah, and then they won't forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like when the Wiggles come in here, they only, like, you know the Wiggles, the kids band?
Yeah.
They only ever call Mocha Maca.
I know, I did notice that actually last time, like they were on the show.
And because they're the Wiggles, we never correct them, and we're always like, man, should we tell them that it's not Maca?
No,
that it's actually Mocha?
Because it's been years and it's already established.
Yeah.
So,
and they have
songs
there you
go.
And stuff. And, I know, it's tough. But no, you should feel no shame.
You feel better about that, Analia?
Oh my God, I'm getting like traumatized from like 10 years ago when I was in school.
No, but when somebody
Yeah.
says your name incorrectly, what are you going to say?
Anacia, bye.
Yeah, and then say peace.
Thanks for joining us on FML.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, thank you so much for giving me a call, and you guys just make my day. I work shift work, so I can't always listen to the live show, but I love you guys, and I don't live at home anymore, unfortunately, but my sisters, my mom, we all listen to the show, and we all listen to the podcast, and I'm on episode 62 of the podcast. I listen to it every day. Yeah. And I really I've been listening to it all summer, and you guys are the best. And my mom loves Maurie, my sister loves Roz, and I also love Roz. So but I really
Sorry, Mocha.
Yeah, we just love how really honest you are, Roz.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Amelia.
no, but Mocha, we love you too. You are the best also.
All right, girl. Love you lots.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, have a great day. Thank you so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life. Only on Kiss.
I love it when people take random objects from their house, condo, wherever they live or work, and that thing is super rusty or super old. So when you move it across the room or you open it, it makes a noise that sounds like something else we've heard before.
Yeah, it's like a thing that sounds like another thing.
For example, the latest one is a door that when being closed, I guess the hinges are just so oily, not oily, but rusty and old, that it sounds like the theme song from Jaws, like the opening. Dun.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, hit me. Oh, wow.
Right?
Jeez.
And just for reference,
what the hell kind of door is that? That has to be like a factory. That's a big metal door, right?
Just for reference,
Yeah.
here's what the original Jaws theme
that's
song sounds like.
perfect. Yeah, dude.
Right?
Like it's in the same key.
Yeah. Now listen to the door.
Yeah, dude. That's crazy. I would never go in that door.
Yeah, at all.
I would never open that door.
And then you start getting into, other things that sound like other things.
Oh, no.
Remember that shovel when it hit the ground and it sounded like the opening to Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana?
Oh, yeah, right. That's right. A guy threw a shovel on the ground.
And then somebody took the actual Nirvana song
Yeah.
and mixed it with this, so it sounded like...
Wow, man.
And then there's a garage door that sounds like a T-Rex. Sort of. I don't know. This one's debatable.
Well, we don't know what a T-Rex sounds like.
Right. Like that to me sounds like a rusty door. That's just making a rusty door noise.
Right. But again, we don't know what a T-Rex sounds like. You can sort of guess based
From Jurassic Park and stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like a movie T-Rex.
Okay, this one I'm going to disagree with 100%.
Okay.
This one is labeled Broken Door Sounds Like Transformers.
Transformers? What do Transformers sound like?
Like when it's transforming into the thing.
Oh.
Right?
First
you
of
can't
all-
tell me that sounds like this.
Well, it doesn't.
Right?
First of all, who is the huge nerd that opened or closed that thing that we just listened to and went, oh, Transformers?
And then somebody took a Coca-Cola can and slid it across the table.
Yeah.
And they're saying that it sounds like Chewbacca from Star Wars.
Yeah, very much does. There's been a lot of things that people have that sound like Chewbacca over the years. That one was really close, though. That one's close. I think that actually does sound like Chewbacca.
Oh, I think the best one was the...
Was it like a drawer opening?
It was a cabinet
It was a
door.
cabinet door. Yeah.
This one, right?
Right? That's Chewie.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Let's get into this Mario Lopez nonsense. So, AC Slater was on a podcast with Candace Owens. First of all, why he's on the podcast with Candace Owens is a whole other thing. She is a sort of lightning rod conservative, makes a lot of news for saying some stuff that rubs people the most wrong way, and she's lightning quick. And
are they friends?
I don't know.
Maybe that's why he agreed to
I don't know.
be on the podcast?
She fills that space in that sort of conservative online world where she's young, she's articulate, she's black, and she says a lot of stuff that you would not expect somebody who is young, female, and black to say about African Americans. So that's sort of how she made a name for herself. And then there was all this other stuff. But why he's doing this podcast, I have no idea. Don't even know why Mario Lopez would think that it's a good idea to sit down and put himself on this platform. No good is going to come from it for him. No good is going to come from it.
And no good came from it.
So Candace Owens brings up, and her wording for this is salacious, right? So she brings up as what she called a weird trend in Hollywood. They were talking about parents, famous people who have said that they're going to let their kids pick their own gender or not impose a gender on their kids until they decide. So this is a little bit of the exchange.
Look, I'm never one to tell anyone how to parent their kids, obviously. And, and I always say, if you come from a place of love, you really can't go wrong. But at the same time, my God, if you're 3 years old and you're saying you're feeling a certain way or you think you're a boy or a girl, whatever the case may be, I just think it's dangerous as a parent to make that determination. Then, okay, well, then you're going to be a boy or a girl, whatever the case may be. And it's sort of alarming. And my gosh, I just think about the repercussions later on.
Right. What about playdates? You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I had a child and I know that in this household they're just confusing people and saying, hey, in this room you can pick your gender, I'd be like, maybe stay at Casa Lopez.
Yeah, they don't kick it with those kids.
So, geez, man. And he got murdered for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if, trying to understand where somebody comes from when they say that, and I think that the word that really set everybody off was dangerous. And then the headlines became that Mario Lopez thinks that it's dangerous to raise kids as trans or whatever, where I don't know if that's necessarily what he said. I think Mario Lopez, to be honest with you, he got laid into for one good reason, which was that he spoke of sort of gender and sexuality as the same thing, right? That's where people sort of called him out on that for being a little ignorant, which is fine. But I think that he's probably watched a couple of YouTube videos, maybe watched like a Vice special, and he has it in his head that not a discussion about gender, which is what this could have been in young kids, but I think that he automatically went to transitioning.
Right.
Where you are then talking about putting 3-year-olds on hormones and making life-altering, permanent, forever decisions based on a 3-year-old making a decision that they've a gender that they have decided for themselves. I think that that's what he was saying was dangerous. I don't think he was saying that transgender people are dangerous. I don't think he was saying that kids who may be thinking that they are a different gender is dangerous. I think that he was talking about letting a 3-year-old or going on the words of a 3-year-old where then you then make permanent life-altering decisions based on the knowledge of a 3-year-old. I think that he was saying that that was a bit dangerous, where I think that any normal person would say that could be dangerous.
So what is he saying now?
So now he apologized. And so this is what he said. The comments I made were ignorant and insensitive, and I now have a deeper understanding of how hurtful they were. I have been and always will be an ardent supporter of the LGBTQ community, and I'm going to use this opportunity to better educate myself moving forward, and I will be more informed and thoughtful. But why even have this conversation?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I don't understand. Why are you going on Candace Owens?
But he was
and having this
he would have been prepped ahead of time, right? Like here's kind of like the overall
She
theme
shot him
of
an
what we're
email.
gonna,
No, she shot him an email.
What we're going to talk about?
This is what she talks about. Like if you're a fan of hers, and obviously he is because he's sitting there, these are the conversations that they have.
All the time.
And so you have to know Mario Lopez, the host of like, Extra or Access or whatever it is that he hosts now, no good is going to come from this, man.
Yeah.
Like you're going to get into waters where you're going to drown. Like you're not going to you don't want to have these conversations because you're not an expert and you're a little confused. I know your intentions were there. He tried to be sort of diplomatic in a sense. If you fill your house full of love and everything else, he wasn't slamming anybody.
No, definitely not.
It's that he used the word dangerous and I think he was answering a question that wasn't actually asked because he's sort of still confused
because he got into the conversation a little too deep.
Right.
And not knowing how to get out of it.
Yeah, because the conversation was gender identity, and in his head, that means putting 3-year-olds on hormones and transitioning them at 3. That wasn't the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Those are two different things. And but what are you doing, Mario Lopez? What are you doing?
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
You know, in LA, the house that Drake has out there, he's got an outdoor mechanical bull.
Oh, he's got like what you see in the bars and stuff like that?
It's so random.
Have you ever ridden a mechanical bull?
Never.
No, you haven't?
No.
Oh, they're fun.
No.
They're fun. Have you ever ridden one, Maury?
No way.
You haven't ridden a bull? Like a mechanical bull?
I feel like it would knock your neck off.
Oh, my God.
I've never been in a situation where I've had to get up on a mechanical bull. Like, I've never been to an establishment that had one.
No, huh?
Never.
Jeez.
I mean, listen, if Drake invites me to his place in L.A.
Yeah. I've been
invited to ride one.
I can't tell you the amount of times I got drunk and rode the bull at the Saddle Ranch in LA.
How long?
Oh, you fall off immediately. Yeah. Like it's a joke. Do we have one in the city somewhere?
Yeah,
There's got to be.
Horse.
Where's that?
It's on Adelaide.
Does that still exist, that joint?
Yep.
Really? Why don't you guys go ride the bull?
What about that? Isn't there like another country place along Adelaide? Or maybe that's the place I'm thinking of. Oh,
Rockin' Horse. I never heard of that joint.
It's fun.
Is it?
Yeah, they do line dancing.
Sounds like a cougar bar.
I think
Very
I dropped.
much so.
I remember I drove Jenna there once for a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Enough bachelorette parties happen there.
Yeah, because why not? There's a bull, right?
Yeah.
You ride the mechanical bull in the little tiara with the, you know what I mean?
The sash and everything.
The sash.
Ride to beat.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't. What's the longest that you've lasted on the mechanical bull? You think?
I don't even know, 4 or 5 seconds, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I feel like the operator of that. Because most times it's somebody running it, right? Like it's somebody with the
It's like
with the
there's a
remote.
carny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think they judge based on who gets up there. Like, I'm going to mess with this dude.
Yeah.
2 seconds, put it on full blast.
Of course they do. Yeah, and they go much harder on the dudes than they do on the ladies. Unless it's a bachelorette party. Yeah, I think this place still exists. Is it called Rockin' Horse Saloon?
Yeah.
You guys got to get down there, man, and ride that bull.
I'll ride the bull.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We gotta make this happen.
Sure, I'll go.
Look, they got fried chicken and everything. Fried chicken and a mechanical bull. What could possibly go wrong?
I'm ready. I'm down.
They get your hands all nice and greasy so you lose grip. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
No.
Yeah.
Mechanical bull first and then fried chicken.
Oh, I got you.
That'd be my tactic.
Yeah. You got to hook that up more.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give him a call. See if we can. I think so. Drake has a mechanical bull?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. It's the life, huh?
I wonder if he's going to do that, if he's going to set one up at his new house in Toronto, that big mansion that he's building.
It's built.
Like, I wonder what ridiculousness he's going to be spending his money on.
I know.
At that new mansion.
Yeah. I always love when you see these houses and they just do, for me, the height of cool is when you see these houses and they just have one bowling lane in the basement. And it's so perfect looking, right?
Yeah.
But they have everything. They have the ball thing that comes out and
the lottery
beautiful
that my
lights.
husband and I bought a ticket for that we're going to win a house for has a massage room.
Yeah, but then who's going to massage you though? That doesn't come with a masseuse. What do you just go lying on the table?
It comes with 2 massage tables.
And wait for somebody to come in? Yeah, but you know how much you're going to spend on having people come to the house to rub you guys down?
But I assume if you win a $6 million home, you can afford a massage.
First of all, you're going to be broke from the taxes on that, Maury.
You have to be able to have the money to sustain that kind of a lifestyle, let alone.
You think Matthew's going to let you turn the lights on in the massage room? You can't put the air conditioning on in your 600 square foot condo. You think he's going to let you
turn the lights on in the massage room?
Hell no. You're never even going to be allowed in the basement. You're going to walk into that house. You're going to win that $6 million house, and it's going to look like something from an old 80s horror movie where you're going to suddenly go, hey, let's go to the massage room. You're going to get to the basement door, and there's going to be big giant nails in it, just so you can't go down.
Caution tape.
Yes.
So good luck with that lottery, bro.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, so what's this story about J-Lo?
What?
So it was her birthday. We all know that. She turned
Yeah.
50. J-Lo's dynamite. Love J-Lo.
Does not look 50.
Maybe she does. Maybe that's what you're supposed to look like when you're 50. We just all slack.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I would
maybe
say so.
Maybe that's what happens when you put in the work. That's what you look like when you're 50.
She puts in work.
Yeah, she puts in the work. Get the results. So I guess A-Rod decides to buy her a Porsche. A-Rod, her fiance. And I'm reading two different headlines here. One is that J-Lo got a car for her birthday, a $140,000 Porsche, and hasn't driven a car in 25 years.
Wow.
And then I'm reading another story that A-Rod bought J-Lo a car, and she's never driven a car. So what am I to believe here?
What?
So play the clip here, and then I'll go through the stories. So she said, I've never driven a car, period.
That's what it sounds like at the end. I've never driven a car, period.
Period, right. Okay, but according to A-Rod, he said that she hasn't driven a car in 25 years.
So when she was 25 years old?
Maybe she
drove a car?
but
and
like...
she just stopped?
I don't know.
I guess, because like at 25, she was...
You're either living in New York where you don't have a car.
Yeah, but
right? When you're
acting
young,
and
then you're
singing.
acting, and then I don't know. Like I don't know. It's not weird to me that somebody famous doesn't like drive themselves.
Yeah, because she
currently.
gets driven.
Yes,
everywhere.
That's
She
a very
has
believable situation.
Transportation provided,
but most people still have a car. Like when you live in LA, for the amount of time that she's had a place in LA for, the idea of not being able to just shoot out, or you got to text somebody every single time you need to go and do something, must be maddening.
Like, you should take cabs everywhere?
Cabs? You think J-Lo's taking a cab?
No, like, let's go. Okay, let's say she's never driven before.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
As she said.
Keep in mind, I was in my 40s, well into my 40s, and it didn't have a driver's license, never had a driver's license.
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, so I get it. Like, I get it.
Okay,
you
so
can live
let's
you can live
go
a very happy life.
With the quote that she said in that audio piece that we played, where
Yeah.
she said, I've never driven, period.
Right.
Right? So let's go down that road.
Yeah.
She's never, ever driven.
No.
So when she needed to get around, was she relying on cabs and or friends?
Like from back in the day?
Yeah.
Like before super fame hit?
Yeah.
I
like
guess.
to pick her up and like take her places.
I guess.
Like growing up in New York, I mean, there's cabs
You have subway.
everywhere.
You just take the subway
Or you
everywhere.
take the subway.
But
right? Her
she
first
was-
album was called On the Six,
But she's been
which
in
is
LA.
a train.
She's been in LA forever, though.
But she's been in LA. So
And Miami, right?
yeah, but LA and Miami, that happened after like she started gaining a little bit of fame. So I would assume at that point,
No,
she didn't
she
need
was-
a car
she-
because
she
it
was
was
a
all
part of the-
transportation provided.
She's part of the dance pack on In Living Color. She didn't have
Yeah,
a driver when she was doing In Living Color, man.
She was paying for cabs then. She had to be.
She had to be paying for cabs,
Had to
right?
be.
Which is a very expensive way to live when you're in Los Angeles. A very expensive way. So J-Lo, 50 years old, according to her, never driven a car before. A-Rod buys her a $140,000 Porsche for her birthday. Because really, that's what you get for somebody who has everything, is you get them the thing that they can't use.
Money well spent,
Right?
I guess.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I had way too much time on my hand yesterday. I sat outside.
On your hand. Just one.
I had way too much time on my hand.
What was your other hand doing?
Yeah.
Don't answer that.
Not it. So I was sitting outside the garbage chute.
Wait, what?
I I was sitting outside the garbage chute room. I brought out a chair and I sat outside the garbage chute room of my condo on my floor in hopes to catch people that don't put things down the chute.
You think that that's the way to catch them?
So
is by sitting there?
So I sat there for an hour reading a book, waiting for someone to go in and not put it down the chute so I can yell at them.
But like, you're sitting in the, where? In the hallway?
Yeah.
Bro, you need a hobby, man.
But like, you don't think that that's maybe not the best way to catch somebody?
So should I have hidden in the room?
Well, no, obviously you have to go down the chute. Right? And poke your head out.
Just hang on to the sides.
Yeah, you got to hang on to the sides of the chute and just just open it a crack. And then when somebody comes in and they just drop it on the floor.
Then you yell at them.
Yeah.
Hey, needles to say I didn't.
Well, no, first you have to go down the chute and then you go all the way back up. So wait a second.
Wait, stop, everybody.
Yeah.
Did you just say needles to say?
Needles to say.
Needles to say.
Okay, I just want to make sure. That's the correct way of saying it, by the way.
So Maury had too much time on his hand, and needles to say, your plan didn't work.
Caught no one.
Right.
How long were you sitting out there for?
About an hour, and no one came out of their door.
Right. Well, what time of day is this?
So what was the plan of attack, though? Like, you...
Because there's always someone that leaves bed sheets or something just sort of in the garbage chute, but doesn't push it down.
Oh, so it's not like they leave it on the floor. They just don't push it down?
Yeah, and I wanted to catch them to say, hey, push it down.
So you're sitting on the outside of the room, right?
Yeah, in like a chair, like a security guard outside a door.
So the person opens the door. At that point, you would get up from your chair and like look over their shoulder to see what they're doing?
No, I'd let them go do their thing. Then I'd go look and then yell at them going, hey, man.
But you didn't because everybody put their garbage down the chute.
No one came out.
Nobody came out.
Yeah.
Well, needles to say, Maury. Do you know what that saying is? Needles to say? Do you know what that means?
It's even though you've said this,
yeah,
it means something else.
Even though you've said
I've said it, but what I meant was not it. What I said was this.
Yeah.
Use an example. Like say instead of like use words here.
Okay, so
no, he's using a lot of words.
No,
right
but
now.
but I know, but I think that
they don't make sense.
Thank you.
Roz took the cheese.
Yeah.
But he didn't eat any of the cheese.
Right.
So Roz took the cheese.
Yeah.
Needless to say, he didn't eat any of it.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow.
You're like
you know what, Maury?
Grammar, bro.
I honestly thought that I was going to get a chance to goof on you, but you nailed it, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello.
Hi, it's Roz Mocha.
Hi.
How are you?
We're good. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
It's Tara.
Tara, we got your text. Here's what Tara wrote to us, Roz.
Yeah. Oh, what do you need to do, Tara?
I just need to get my kids so they can hear you.
Oh, okay. You go get your kids. I'm going to read your text to Roz, okay?
Okay, so I'm going to put you on speaker with Bryson, my middle one, and I'm going to go get Bryson out of bed.
Okay, it says, my 3 kids and I listen to your show every morning. We all love you. My eldest son has become addicted to listening to your podcasts.
Oh.
We've tried calling 1,000,000 times so we could say good morning, but we've never managed to get through. It would make my kids summer to be able to say hi to you on the radio.
There we go.
So, Tara, are you there with your kids?
Yeah, please come.
Okay, y'all got to move closer to the phone.
Okay, we're all here. Right, Avery, come.
Who are your kids and how old are they?
So I've got Avery, who is 5. I've got Bryson, who's 7. And I've got Riker, who's 9.
Wow, Riker.
Yeah, Riker.
Great names.
Are you a Star Trek fan?
No, but I know where you got that from.
That's actually not where I got it from, but that's usually what I get.
Did you name him after the...
Holy rude, Roz!
Okay, listen, it's either Star Trek or the prison, and I didn't want to assume the prison.
No, it's not. Definitely not the prison. No, I just found it in the book.
Oh, okay. Hello. Also, I wasn't going to ask, and you're the type of mom that's like, you want to know where I got it from? And then I'm like, yeah, Star Trek. You're like, no, everybody says Star Trek. I didn't ask. Okay? You brought it up. I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay. Well, I apologize for bringing it up.
So who's the oldest? Is it Riker or Bryson?
Riker's the eldest. Hi to Riker. Hey.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, man?
Good.
How's your summer been?
Excellent, actually.
Yeah? What have you been up to?
Well, I've been starting with tennis camp, basketball camp, and swimming camp.
Wow.
Damn, that's a
kind
lot.
of awesome.
What do you have planned for the rest of summer? Anything else? Any other camps? Are you going to be going on vacation or no? Just hanging out?
Oh, yeah, we are Well, we are going to be going to Cuba for the last 7 weeks. I mean, not 7 weeks. Sorry, last 7 days.
I was going to say 7 weeks. That's taking it right into September, bro.
So you listen to the podcast a lot, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you like about the Roz and Mocha show? I'm curious.
I don't know. I just when I first started listening to you, it just got me a little interested, so I kept listening to you.
Riker, you know the Roz and Mocha show's been on the radio longer than you've been alive?
Yes. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, 9-year-olds are such trolls.
I know, big
It's
time.
like you guys are the worst. There's nothing.
I honestly thought he was going to be like, oh man, guys, that's like super interesting.
No, they don't care. Doesn't care. Listen, you guys are all awesome. Your mom is awesome, and y'all have great names. And enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thank you.
All right, really
You're
quick.
not going to ask us who we like the most?
Hold on. God, Tara, like seriously, having you as a mom, honestly, I wouldn't be able to take it. If I were any of your kids, I'd probably run away. Okay.
Every time somebody asks you guys on the radio, we're all shouting out our answers because we all kind of have different answers.
But you have to let Mocha do his thing.
Oh, sorry, Mocha.
Like, relax a second here, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to go one by one.
Okay.
We're going to start with you, so you can just get it out of your system right now. So,
Okay.
Tara, can you just let? Oh my God, Tara, seriously.
Tara, you gotta let Mocha
I'm
finish.
a teacher too, so you know there's a lot going on here.
No, I know, but you gotta let Mocha finish.
Tara, between
Wait,
Roz and
I'm
Mocha,
very
who's your
sorry.
favorite?
You're a teacher? Stop speaking out of turn, Tara.
Okay, I'll raise
Okay.
my hand next time.
Tara, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I absolutely adore Mocha's laugh, so I go with Mocha.
Riker, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I'm figuring to go with Roz.
Avery, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz.
Oh no.
And Brycey?
Bryson, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
What do you think? Mocha.
Oh, we got a tie!
Anybody else in the house over there?
Nobody else. That's it. Just the four of us.
Come on.
All right, so we got to end in a tie.
Well, we do have 2 more people.
Wait,
They're
who?
pets. We had 2 more people, but unfortunately, they're pets.
Oh, they're pets. I
so
thought you
they're
said
not
they're
people.
dead.
Well, listen, Tara, Riker, Avery, Bryson, we love you lots. Thanks very much for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show, and enjoy the rest of your summer, okay?
Thank you.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
America's Got Talent last night.
It's been crushing it this season.
Man, so good.
Like I don't even watch the show. I watched the clips on YouTube, and I've like almost cried like 6 times.
Well, this
from
one
show.
is making the rounds this morning. A guy by the name of Greg Morton, who goes by the handle "the man of many cartoon voices," and he's been around forever.
Man, you got to be really good at cartoon voices if you call yourself the man of many cartoon voices.
He's touring across the U.S. One thing I learned about Greg Morton is that in 1977, he played football professionally for the Buffalo Bills.
How old is this guy? He's playing football in 77?
In 77.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So listen to this. So he gets on stage and he says he's going to do impressions. His impressions are amazing, by the way.
Okay.
And he's going to do impressions of from famous movies.
It's always tough to go on AGT when as an impressionist because it's like you got to really wow people, man.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to share with you some of my favorite movie moments. Here we go. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Was the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Come on.
Good morning, Vietnam! Great Scott! Come on, Maurie. It's time to go back to the future. To infinity and beyond.
E.T. phone home.
The Dodgers and the 24th and a half century.
Maguire.
He's doing the freaking Gremlins, dude.
Wait, they're gremlins! Don't get them wet!
Hi ho! Share
hello to my little friend.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
He's really good.
I don't know. I don't know if he is, to be honest with you.
No? You don't like it?
No, because he's mastered one line from each thing. Like, I need more.
But here's what Simon Cowell had to say.
Okay. Yeah, before I jump, what the hell do I know?
After Greg Morton's performance on AGT last night.
This takes me back to the beginning of America's Got Talent, this act, which was genuinely believing there were people out there like you who had this great talent, but where do you showcase your talent to the whole of America? And I do think you deserve this opportunity to be at the Dolby Theatre.
Yeah, I agree with Simon. He should win it all.
But I'm watching this guy on TV last night, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, where do I know this guy from?
Yeah.
And then I realized I had seen a video of a stand-up routine that he did from like 2006 and there's multiple versions of this video, and what he's known for are his Star Wars impressions.
Oh.
And he did this one bit where he ran through the original trilogy with some famous lines.
Yeah.
And this is what he does on his
Oh, okay. I'm interested
tour.
in this. Okay.
And we had the best movie in the world when we were kids, Star Wars. Oh, a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Join me, Luke. Join me on the dark side. I'll never join you! Ah! No, Master Luke! Master Luke!
Come on, man.
Stay on target, stay on target. Loosen up, stay on target. They're coming in too close! Shut down the garbage mashers on the detection level! Premio! Shut down the garbage mashers on the detection level! Oh, shut them down. Shut them all down. They're dying.
Yeah, I think he's okay. I think he's okay.
Just okay?
Yeah, I really do. I just think he's talented. And he makes a show out of it, right? Like, I think his presentation is better than his actual impressions. I would say that's a mediocre Chewy.
Really?
Yeah, I would say that's a mediocre Chewy. But his presentation is what is endearing, not so much his impersonation.
So if you were a judge on AGT, you wouldn't even give him that pass?
No, I don't think I would.
Really?
No, I don't think I would. I really don't. Yeah. I love guys like this. I think it's awesome when somebody can do voices. And
what if I told you that Greg Morton in 1977 also played professional football for the Buffalo Bills?
Okay. Had you said any other team?
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Catherine. How are you? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, Roz and Mocha. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. So you listen to the Roz and Mocha show in BC, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I called before, too.
So you write us this, Roz and Mocha FML, Fix My Life. We are questioning whether or not to have a second child, and recently saw Mocha's Instagram post about baby number 2. It would be super helpful to hear their thoughts about the decision with having a second child. So yes, Mocha
As well as your decision with whether or not you didn't want a second child.
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
Roz?
So we have one. Catherine and I have Roxy, and then Mocha and his wife Jenna have Cruz, and baby number 2 on the way, which I secretly hope they name Craig.
Shut up, man.
So where are you guys right now? So you and is it your husband?
Yeah, we're in Vancouver, BC.
So you have one kid already, correct?
Yeah, almost the same age as Cruz.
Okay, so explain your situation, your family right now.
We're 2 working parents, full time. I travel a lot. Actually, I called from Louisville last time. If you remember me, Catherine, that works with freezers.
Yeah.
And it's great with one child, and I feel like it's good, like it's enough. But I always wonder if I should have a second child.
Have you and your husband had the conversation about whether or not?
Yes, we have.
Oh, wow.
I'm so flippity-floppity, and we both have like that. And he supports whatever I want, So, and I feel like it's the result, like the pressure is on me to make that decision.
So are you talking about pressure, like outside pressure, or pressure from your husband? Because oftentimes these things, when they start to become a tricky situation, is when one parent wants to have another and the other does not. But you guys sort of seem to be on the same page with this, and you're just worried that it's outside pressure to have a second kid.
I don't really care what outside people think.
Okay.
I mean, I'm really happy with one, but I always wonder what it's like to have two as well, to have my son have a sibling.
Yeah.
Do you have any siblings,
and
Catherine?
I do not. I don't have any siblings. I'm the only child, and I thought I was fine growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, there was always moments I'm like, oh, it would be nice to have someone to talk to or whatnot. But once I'm grown, it didn't really matter. But my husband has a sibling, so and all my friends say that have kids, they're already at number 2, and the ones that don't have kids, they either don't want kids at all, or they also still want number 2. And I'm the only one that's like, I'm okay with one.
Okay, so let's break this down here then. So Mocha, your decision to have 2, was that always the
Oh, that was always the game plan.
Okay.
We had talked about it even like before we got married. Like, hey, if we're gonna have kids, it'd be nice just to have 2. We definitely know that we do not want 3.
That was me too.
So Mocha's plan was to always have 2, and and a lot of people make that decision. Like, I grew up with a brother who I was so unbelievably close to, and I still am unbelievably close. I'm 40. I'll be 40. How old will I be this year? 45. I'll be 45 I'll be 45 this year. I have lived with my brother every single year of my life, with the exception of a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
And we still live together.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
And with Catherine and I, Roxy was not planned. Like, we didn't sit down and say, let's start a family. It was the greatest decision that I never made. And when we had her, we really didn't talk about having another. It would come up every now and then. Like, Catherine has 2 siblings, and I have my brother, and I have the greatest relationship that I've ever had, with anybody. Like, my brother and I are just so tight. But we never really discussed having another. And when you look at your life, you sort of are like, what's the best for everybody right now? And what is the line of being selfish to my own needs to where I am then maybe screwing my kid out of a better life? And if your overall happiness and well-being and life is going to be better with that, but if you really think that it's going to be a detriment, then you have to make decisions based on what's good for the family. If none of that matters, right? If none of the financial stuff matters, if you got enough rooms for all your kids, if you don't have to worry about money, everybody's going to eat, everybody's going to have fun, everybody's going to go to school, where nobody's going to be suffering because you just keep having children all the time, like some people do. Then it's really a crapshoot. It's like, who cares? Why not? And the reality is this: when you say you don't know if you want one, the only way that you're going to find out if you actually want 2 kids is to have 2 kids.
And I don't want to do that. I feel like I do, but then at the same time, I feel like I'm not ready.
Catherine, if you're not ready, then you're not ready.
Yeah,
and that's totally fine.
Yeah,
I know. It's just always wondering, like that wonder, but then, do I really want to go through all that? My kid was not was not an easy kid.
So you're still dealing with the trauma. You're not over the trauma yet. So it's hard to make a decision on whether you want to have 2 when you're still dealing with trauma from number 1.
Well, and that's the thing though, right? Like, we were, stuck in that baby stage for so long, and it's still fresh in our mind. Even though Cruz is now a toddler, we still remember everything from when he was a baby. So we're like, yo, if we're going to do this and have a second child, let's do it right now while everything is still fresh and we know exactly what it was we did to get through
all the things,
all the stuff. Plus, Cruz gets a buddy out of it.
Yeah, but right now, like Mocha and Jenna have like 1 foot out of the forest, right?
Yeah.
Like, just like there's one. So you're not out of the woods. You got 1 foot out of the forest, and all of a sudden, a new kid is just going to drag you back to zero.
Yeah,
you're
totally.
starting all over again.
Which we're fine with because we're now like fully prepared for it, right?
Yeah.
Does that kind of give a little bit of insight, a little bit of help, Catherine?
Yes. It's. I still got to go back to the drawing board and weigh out.
So what the hell did we just spend all this time talking to you for, girl?
I don't know. It's fun. I like talking about kids.
Hey, Catherine, love you lots. Thank you for listening in Vancouver.
Thank you so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on Kiss.
Hey,
Hey, Roz Mocha. How you guys doing this morning?
Doing great. What's your name?
Melissa.
What's up?
I myself am a mom of twins.
Oh, so you didn't have that choice, huh?
Ready or not, here's two.
Yeah.
I think the biggest factor in deciding whether or not you want two is how much sleep are you currently getting and what is your patience and tolerance level. If you can handle a lot of things happening all at once and multitask pretty well and you're sleeping decently, then I think you're good to go.
Yeah.
If all the financials and everything else works out right, then you're fine. And I think, Mocha, especially when you're like already in baby mode and it's still fresh, it's easier because you're going to go through maybe not, starting right back from square one because you're still already kind of sleep deprived, still into like the little kid stuff. It's not like you're entertaining a 9-year-old and a 2-year-old because they have totally different levels of need and attention at the same time. And once you're done with a phase, you're pretty much done with it.
So for the 7 years that Roz was father to Roxy, right? Still is. But for the 7 years that I didn't have a child, Roz would always say, I'm the most tired I've ever been in my entire life. Yeah. Right?
Yep.
That on top of working 2 full-time jobs every single day. It wasn't until when Jen and I had Cruz where I was like, oh my God, I totally understand. Because now I find that Cruz is 2 years old and another one on the way. People are asking me about sleep and getting rest and whatever. And I use the exact same line because it's the only way I could ever describe it, which is I am literally the most tired that I have ever been.
Yeah, even when they're little like that, just even the casual parts of life are exhausting. Things that shouldn't be exhausting become exhausting. Just sitting down for 10 minutes is exhausting because you got to fight for that 10 minutes. You shouldn't have to fight for 10 minutes.
Yesterday I sat down and I drank a coffee, right, in the afternoon. It was like 12:30 in the afternoon. Cruz went down for his nap and I was like falling asleep drinking my coffee. And even after I had my coffee, usually it takes me like maybe about an hour or so before the caffeine kicks in. No way. It did not, it had zero effect on me whatsoever.
Coffee loses its luster a little bit. And when you're sleeping at night, you're never fully turning off because part of you is still in parent mode to be ready and available in case something happens, if they wake up crying, if they feel sick. So you never fully shut down anymore. So it's a totally different way of sleeping.
I used to tell Catherine, because there's a 10-year age difference between me and Catherine. And I told her years ago, and we're almost at that point now, in the new year I'll be able to say this, where when we had Roxy and she was just crying, all that baby stuff that just sucks, right? That just keeps you up all night. I told her, I said, listen, in 10 years from now, I'm going to remind you in 10 years, get in tune with how you feel right now, how your body feels and how tired you are at this age. Now imagine having a newborn. Because that's how I feel right now. Right? You got 10 years on me. But I want you to know what it's like. To be my age dealing with a newborn. And just imagine that for a second.
It's hard. But once they hit that, Roxy's at that golden age right now where they're fun, they're interactive, you can go and do things, you don't have to worry about wiping their butt anymore. You're not actually running after them. They can kind of maintain themselves to an extent. And now it just, there's going to be the teenage years, which is always, what they call the stage, but it's true. And Cruises too, wait till 3.
I know. And I try not to tell Mocha that all the time because the old saying is always like the terrible twos, and I'm like, you know what? The terrible twos are nothing compared to the FU threes.
Really? Because we have hit the terrible twos with Cruz.
Dude.
So if it gets even worse than what it is right now, then what are we doing? What are we here for now?
But the good news is that you're going to be going through all that with a newborn in the house. So
great, thanks. I feel so much better now. Hey, Melissa, love you lots. Thanks for listening.
Love you guys too. You guys are awesome.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay. What are you waiting for?
Nothing. Oh, sorry. I didn't know what the hell you were doing.
It's your cue.
Sorry, man. Okay, Mocha. Jeez, obviously I wasn't ready. Obviously you are ready.
Yes.
Am I right about that?
Yes.
Let's do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
So, two Hollywood diva stories that we got to dive into first.
Ooh.
The first one, Constance Wu.
What?
Yeah. Listen to this.
Don't tell me she's a diva.
No, listen to this. Listen to
love
this.
her.
Listen to this here. So, this is from the New York Post. So, I'm going to read this to you. After being dubbed a more difficult diva than Jennifer Lopez and Cardi B by those on the set of Hustlers, actress Constance Wu is proving her prima donna ways by insisting that she get top billing in the new movie.
Oh, come on.
Reps for Constance Wu's new movie have contacted multiple media outlets to ensure that her name is listed as the headliner for Hustlers, above co-stars Jennifer Lopez and Cardi B. While Hustlers premieres in September, select publications have been walloped with a warning from the studio that Wu must be named first in the press as she's the film's biggest star.
Okay. I know that you were in Crazy Rich Asians and everything, and that was a huge movie.
Yeah.
But J-Lo is clearly the star of that movie.
Do you and not that long ago, do you remember when she tweeted when Fresh Off the Boat was renewed, and her reaction to Fresh Off the Boat being renewed was effing hell. Ugh, F. When she tweeted that on Twitter.
Why, she
don't
like it?
And then somebody was like, what are you talking about? Your show just got renewed. And then they were like, that's great news. And then she wrote, no, it's not. And then she had to clear up saying that, yes, she's happy that Fresh Off the Boat got renewed and she loves the show and everything else, but she had other projects that she wanted to do. So now she's going to have to put those on hold. So her reps now, and also apparently she has a bunny that she let poop up all over the hotel room that they rented. I don't know.
Did you say a bunny?
A bunny, yeah.
A bunny rabbit.
Yeah. So Constance Wu's rep now denies the allegations that she demanded top billing for Hustlers. So we got to give both sides here. According to Us Weekly, Constance had no knowledge or awareness of acts on her behalf of Hustlers to have reporting mirror that of the film's casting in contractual billing. So I guess contractually she is supposed to be the top billing. So they say representatives associated with her and the film did engage media outlets to correct misrepresentation of the film's characters and casting in the spirit of collaborating credits to accurately reflect the guidelines set forth in standard legal contracts.
God, what?
So I'm guessing that, yes, Constance Wu has it in her contract that she gets top billing.
Yeah.
And the representatives for the movie did, in fact, call people to have them correct it, but it wasn't done in a diva way. This was done previously in contract, so everybody is already on board. I don't know. Anyway, also, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the crew, let me read you this. Okay. This is from that Hollywood Reporter piece on Leonardo DiCaprio. Quote, off camera, DiCaprio has maintained a carefully crafted air of mystery. Some crew members on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood were instructed to avoid making eye contact with him.
Oh, get out of here.
Yes, he's one of
Come
those.
on.
He's
No.
one of those. He's
No,
one of
he's
those.
not.
Yes, he is. He's one of those. I love it. I was in I don't know where I was. Christina Aguilera, it was a Christina Aguilera show. And I remember it was like, I was backstage in the backstage area. And Christina Aguilera had to walk through the hallway. And it was like full of crew and everything else. And I remember being like put into a room. Like it wasn't even that you couldn't look at Christina Aguilera in the eye. You couldn't be in a hallway when Christina Aguilera walked down the hallway. I remember that. And we were all like, what is going on? This is the stuff you read about. It's incredible. I love it. Taryn Manning from Orange is the New Black. Her Instagram was wild this weekend. Okay. So first she skipped out on the premiere of Orange is the New Black. Then she wrote this on Instagram. The show hurt me more than anything has in my life. Oh, wow. And if this is what I have to do to push what I stand for, I will. I have to speak out before anything happens to me. F fame, this show hurt humans. You will never truly know, but many are hurt. Just imagine the ones you never saw again. You think that felt good for them? I do not need to ever work again in this town. I've been dropped by everyone for having a backbone. No one, not one cast member cares about me, she added. Just watch. And then her former co-star, Lori Petty, wrote, hey, I love you. And then Taryn Manning replied, thanks, Bubs. I know you do, and I love you. And then that gets deleted, and she writes yesterday, my account was so epically hacked. I'm back, and I'm sorry.
Oh.
That does not sound like a hack. Like when people hack somebody's account,
they say something.
They're like
racist,
N-word,
or
Trump.
Yeah, something way out there. Not something that's like
personal. Like that was deeply, like that was from the heart.
And like really thought out.
Yeah. But
like,
why not
a hacker's not taking time to really delve into somebody's personality.
Like, a hacker didn't say, God, you know what? I wonder why Taryn Manning wasn't at the Orange is the New Black premiere. Let me hack her, and then I'm going to try and come up with a reasonable explanation on her behalf. Like, hackers don't operate that way.
No.
So to sort of play this off as you were hacked, Jessica Alba was hacked over the weekend.
Was she really?
Oh, my God. It was bad, too.
What happened?
Yeah, it was just N-word, Jew, Trump. Right. Yeah, but the problem was that everybody felt terrible for it because it happened in the middle of the night, right? So everybody's like, oh, my God. And it was just all these, it was just all these memes of like people sleeping. And they're like, Jessica Alba right now while her Twitter is epically hacked.
No.
Right?
You're
like,
lucky that when you were hacked, it was just BTS fan love.
Yes, that's true. I know. Yeah, no. So that's normally what you get with hackers. So that's what makes this Terry Manning thing quite interesting. MTV is, the story goes anyway, that they are now in heated discussions at the network on how to handle the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. The story came out over the weekend talking that there is debate as to whether they should remove Michael Jackson's name from the award. Now, I guess they don't give it out every year, but the big story was that this year was supposed to be Jennifer Lopez.
Oh,
but there's been no official announcement of that yet.
Well,
so
can
it
they
may
just call it the Vanguard Award?
It may not happen. Well, that's the debate.
MTV Vanguard Award?
And then you get all the MJ fans coming out in full force. Like, there's just too much heat, right? Like, you understand why they may not want to deal with that much heat because both sides bring heat. You're either going to deal with the MJ fans who are going to be outraged and say he was never convicted of something, always denied him. What are you doing to his legacy? So you can deal with those fans, or you can deal with the fans that say, why do you support a pedophile? The people that believe that Michael Jackson is in fact a pedophile. So what heat would you rather deal with? I would rather deal with irate Jackson fans than deal with people saying that we support a possible pedophile. You have to make a decision on what heat is worth dealing with.
Is there a chance that they just won't give out the award?
But you have to. You can't just ignore your own award.
Could they call it something else?
Yeah, but they could. Isn't it funny though that in 1984, Thriller didn't win Video of the Year at the MTV Awards?
It didn't?
No.
It was one of the greatest videos of all time.
Yeah, and it didn't win. It lost to The Cars, you might think.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Thriller actually didn't win Video of the Year. One of the greatest videos of all time did not win that year.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Thank you. That petition to move Halloween is making the rounds again.
Uh-oh.
So they want to move, there's a petition where they say that they want to move Halloween from October 31st to the last Saturday of October. So would that be... When's Halloween this year? I think it's a Thursday,
so
right?
It's on a Thursday, so it would be the 26th. Saturday the 26th. If it goes through, and let's say we were to change it for this year.
Right.
So you mean that it could be before the 31st?
It would always be before the 31st unless the 31st is the Saturday.
Oh, you can't do that.
Why not?
Well, then doesn't it sort of ruin the feel?
When is Halloween, More?
The 31st.
Of?
October.
Okay, so...
Oh, it's always the last day of October.
Okay, so...
I see what you did there.
No, but you didn't see what you did.
No,
That's
he never
the
does.
shocking part.
He never does.
Okay, so they want to move it, and the petition now is creeping up on 100,000 signatures, but it does sort of make sense. And when you're grown and you're going to costume parties and everything else, rarely are those parties held on Halloween when Halloween is a Tuesday. Everybody always bumps their adult fun to a weekend, right?
You gotta work.
Kids doing Halloween is always sort of on the day. But it's very difficult when you have little kids and you live in a city or you got to commute. And Halloween's a pain in the ass.
So if they move it to the last Sunday of October,
Saturday.
Sorry, the last Saturday of
Maury, you
October.
gotta listen, bro.
Yeah.
What then happens on the 31st? Nothing.
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 Oh, it's just another day.
Halloween will be like Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Where there is no set date for Thanksgiving.
But there's a set weekend.
There's a set weekend that Thanksgiving always happens on. That's why you always say, when is Thanksgiving this year?
Yeah.
We're all used to it. It's
Yeah.
all completely fine. We live holiday lives like that together, and it's not confusing. And
Sure.
Thanksgiving is still Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is still awesome. So why can't you do the same thing?
Follow-up question quickly.
Yes, sir, go
if
ahead.
they present this to the president, how do you get the whole world on board? And then would there be a American Halloween and a Canadian Halloween then?
Okay. Katy Perry just lost a lawsuit for Dark Horse, which a jury found that Dark Horse did, in fact, rip off a 2009 Christian rap song called Joyful Noise by a band called Flame. So this is Dark Horse.
There's no going back.
Oh, yeah. That's a classic joint.
It is.
All right, and now what was this?
Now, Joyful Noise by Flame.
Chapter 1, Mr. K.
I heard a lot of words that have tickled many ears. That's why I praise God for the word and be it here. The word became flesh. Lived for 30 years. Died at 33, but after that.
Okay.
I hear it.
Same drum
Yeah.
pattern. I can hear very tiny notes in the back.
That, and it was all about that synth riff.
Yeah.
It was all those tiny notes in the back.
Okay.
That
I can hear it.
That did it.
So how much? Or they didn't say yet?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happens. Usually,
or it takes a couple
jury,
days.
Yeah, the jury's now going to have to decide what Katie owes in damages, and whoever else owns any royalties on that song. And I don't know if they're liable as well. But it was produced by Dr. Luke.
Oh God.
So I don't know if
So they have
he
to
was
take into
named in this at all.
account how much money the album sold.
Oh yes.
Maybe tour profits.
No, it'll just be it would be based off that track, right?
Yeah, but if she performed it in concert somewhere.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Grammy nominations.
Yeah, I don't know how you calculate what you owe somebody. It's usually just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not going to be a
$30
small
million
amount of money, though. The Capital One data breach could have affected 6 million Canadian bank accounts.
Damn.
The FBI made an arrest after a hacker stole tens of millions of sensitive customer records from Capital One, potentially affecting nearly 6 million Canadians. The financial corporation said that about 140,000 social security numbers of its credit card customers and 80,000 linked bank account numbers were compromised.
Oh, boy.
In a new release, the bank said that in total, this event affected approximately 100 million individuals in the United States and approximately 6 million in Canada.
Damn.
100 million people in the United States. But I guess what happened, I got to dig deeper into this, but I guess the hacker was like bragging about it or something like that. And
Because
then
that was going to be my question. How is it that this hack happened and they were quick to find out who it was and arrest the person?
As far as I know,
quickly.
Yeah, as far as I know, the hacker worked for a company that at one time was responsible for at least part of the cloud and offered its services to Capital One.
Oh, so easy access.
Something like
Sure.
that. I don't know all the details of it, but there was that sort of tie-in between where they worked and how the hack happened. But yeah, that is a staggering number. So again, this hack for Capital One. Do you have a Capital One card?
I do
or
not,
account?
no.
I used to. That used to be that's a lot of people's first credit card because they'll give it to anybody because of the insanely high interest rates,
still have
right?
it, you think?
No, I don't at all. But yeah, so that number again, according to the investigation, it affected the Capital One hack, approximately 100 million individuals in the United States and 6 million in Canada. A lot of talk about 911 calls lately. People calling 911 because they're unhappy with Amber Alerts. People calling 911 because they're unhappy with ice cream trucks.
Oh, God.
This at Peel Police. Peel Police have taken to Twitter to call out a 911 caller who had a faulty fridge. They tweeted this: while we understand that a water leak from your refrigerator is concerning and annoying, it's definitely not a call for 911. And no, we won't come and clean it up. Instead, shut off the water and call a plumber.
We love you, Peel Police. Sorry you had to go through that today.
Just saying.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
It's now time for Ask Roz and Mocha. Before we get to the person who's going to get to ask their question live with us on the podcast, Mocha Maurie's trying to get them on the phone right now. Let me read to you a couple of reviews that we got over the past couple of days on Apple reviews for the podcast, which is where we get these from. So, 345 Art gave us 5 stars. Thank you for that. I turned to the Roz and Mocha Show after much research. For mental health reasons, I needed to start my day with laughter and high energy. Man, do these guys fit the bill? I find myself running the gamut of emotions while listening to the show. My schedule has since changed. I sadly could no longer listen. Then I discovered the podcast. I love to laugh, cry, and shake my head in disbelief along with them. Most of the time, my frustration is with Maurie. I swing between disbelief that he ever graduated from an Ontario school and thinking that this is a character that the show created. In the end, my frustration lies with our school system, because as a former talent agent, I can tell you this guy's not good of an actor. In the end, this show is the best thing to happen to the podcast world. So 345 Art, thank you very much for sending that in. Okay. I think it was 2 podcast episodes ago, I was reading a review from somebody who called themselves Smooth Cool Dude Number 2.
Shut up.
Okay, so today, this one is from Smooth Cool Dude Number 3. Okay, 5 stars again. Hey, Roz and Mocha, I've been a big fan of yours since 2016. I'm in Vancouver. Before, I was listening to you guys on the radio, and I didn't really know who you were until one time I realized that your show makes me laugh, and I enjoy listening to you guys. I started doing some research, and then in 2017, I found your podcast. Since then, I've been on the podcast, and now you guys are dropping twice a week. I'm really happy about it. You guys are the best. Keeps me going while I'm at work. Makes me happy every time. Also, you guys helped me a lot when I was having a really hard time dealing with all my problems. When I was down, you guys made me laugh. I also listened to the old podcast episodes for the third time. It still gets me. Roz, my man, smooth, cool dude, you're my favorite. I learn a lot from your advice on life whenever you share your knowledge and wisdom. Mocha, my man, your laugh is infectious, like your swag. God bless you guys. Also, shut up, David Maury. LOL. Have a good day, guys.
Oh my God.
Silk Loves You is the name of this poster. Simply reads, OMG the best. Gave us 5 stars as well. And it's Brittany Bitch wrote this. The subject line is endless laughter. 5 stars. Thank you for that. I would hear the show sporadically on the radio, and it always made my day. Heard you mention a podcast, and I immediately started listening. I love the new ones, and when that's done, I go back and listen to the older ones. I find myself laughing in the car and when I'm walking into work, and I'm pretty sure people think I'm crazy. Just wanted to say thanks for making my day each day. P.S. Roz is my favorite. So, Apple Podcasts is where we get those reviews from. Feel free to drop a rating and or review. Okay, time for Ask Roz and Mocha. These are the questions that we take from Instagram at Kiss925, and we'll go through a bunch of these and invite one of you to join us like we are going to say. More, can you just stop that? What are you doing?
Oh, there's something in my teeth.
What are you doing?
You don't hear that? It's so distracting. He's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
No.
You're in front of a microphone. Why would you do that?
I didn't think it was on. Okay.
So
Do you need to leave?
No, I'm
What's in your teeth?
I think there's a bit of banana.
How do you get bananas stuck in your teeth? Don't bananas just disintegrate as
The
soon as you
stringy
bite
parts
them?
on this.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, guys.
Okay, so your question is what?
Yeah, so my question is, what's the last thing you changed your mind about? Is there something you stood firm on, but now you have a different view of?
Yeah, asking Dan and Maury to join us on Ask Roz and Mocha.
What's the last thing that I changed my mind about? Something that I used to stand firm on, but now I feel differently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that there was I mean, I don't want to get too deep into politics and all that stuff, but I have sort of over the course of my life, my views have changed. But I would say this, and I don't know, maybe Mocha feels the same way. I had myself convinced in my mid-30s that I was going to be totally cool, no problem, convinced to the fact that I was never going to be a dad.
Oh, wow. Similar.
Yeah, I had come to terms with it. And not only that, I was actually kind of jazzed about it. I had convinced myself that maybe it wasn't for me and that not everybody needs to have kids and that, take it or leave it. And I convinced myself of that. And then once Catherine got pregnant and we had Rox, I really, really regret those moments where I allowed myself to feel that it wasn't important. And I don't regret a lot of things, but the fact that I had allowed myself to get into that headspace sort of upsets me now when I see just how wonderful it is and just how life-changing it is.
Wow.
So similar to that, not just like being a dad, but like being in a relationship in general. For the longest time, I was just like 1,000% focused on my career, and that was it. That I was totally cool with not getting into a relationship or starting a family. Now I can't imagine my life without Jenna or without Cruz. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't have the discipline to get up and do the show every day if I didn't have Catherine in my life.
Oh, that's so nice.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would have the motivation.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird because why do you work so hard? Why do you do all this stuff? Well, because you want to be appreciated. You want to crush it. You want to make a little bit of money. You want to be dependable. You want to find a little bit of purpose. And if you like the job and you like the people you work with, that's great. But to do all that and to work so hard and then sort of go home
to nothing.
Yeah, like I don't do well like that. I would be miserable, I think,
Yeah.
and I don't think that I would have the disposition or the mindset that I do now to be able to do this show because I don't think that I would be having a lot of fun in my regular life.
I will say this as well, Tony. On top of all of that, one thing that I was like headstrong about was when Jenna and I got our dog Tig.
Oh, here we go. I know exactly what you're going to say.
And right off the bat, I was like, no dogs in the bed.
No dogs
This dog
on the
is
bed.
not going to be on the bed at all. The dog is going to sleep on the floor. We're going to get him a nice comfy bed. He's got a lot of toys and treats and bowls of
it's gonna be
water and this and this and
perfect.
this.
Oh, yeah.
No dogs in the bed. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I think it was maybe the second or third week that we had him at home when we were living in the condo. He hopped up on the bed and I was like, no dogs in the bed at all.
Yeah.
And eventually he ended up in the bed.
Yeah.
And I freaking love it.
Yes. It's awesome.
That's
so
funny.
good.
One of the things I've changed my mind about was dogs as well. So that's pretty funny.
Well, you asked this question. Is there anything that you could think of other than dogs? What was the last thing that you changed your mind about, Tony?
Well, one thing, like for the longest time, like good 25 years, I was like a wedding DJ, and I love all types of music, but could not get country music at all. So my girlfriend is a huge country fan.
Yeah.
And went to a Faith Hill Tim McGraw concert with her, and she just kind of turned me on to what modern country music's like, and kind of changed my mind about it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Maury?
The only thing I can come up with is almond milk, the brand of almond milk that I used. I changed my mind on it, and now we use a different brand.
That's all you have.
I've been sitting here trying to figure
we just spent like 6 minutes here talking about like life stuff, real emotional stuff.
He doesn't hear it.
And you're just sitting there picking your teeth talking about almond milk.
No, I was trying to think of what have I changed my mind on, and it recently was the brand of almond milk.
Nothing other than that.
No, because I don't have a dog, but I know that dogs
What
are not
about
gonna
just
be
your
on
own
our
life?
bed.
Stop trying to use our lives.
There's nothing.
There's nothing.
Because
you thought nothing about something and then changed your
I
mind
was
about
going,
the way
what
you thought about that
retirement?
thing.
What about saving money? What about what about children? What
Marriage?
about everything.
By the way, if it's the first time you're hearing Roz
I
and
did
Mocha,
not finish that word.
Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Maury is married, by the way. So
But apparently he doesn't want to be. All right, yo,
Well,
Tony.
why is Maury sending me kissy emojis in my DMs?
Why are you?
Okay, in fairness, it was in response to you. I just do that with everyone.
What did he say?
No, when I was setting up this phone call, and I'm like, okay, cool, chat with you tomorrow.
Oh, hey, you want to do something fun? Yo, go bring your phone, Maury.
No.
Yeah.
No, come on, man.
Forget it.
No, I'm very busy.
Come on,
you're not.
Maury, go get
We
your
got
phone.
all the time in the world, man.
It's a podcast. Go get your phone.
Yeah. So hold on here.
I
So
gotta follow you.
So you
No,
wrote.
no, okay.
Mocha's running in now after Maury because Maury's going to quickly delete his DMs. This is always my favorite part of the podcast is when Maury starts flexing and defending himself, and then Mocha's like, "Let me just see the DMs," and then the look on Maury's face.
And meanwhile, you just sit there not even defending me.
Because I have nothing to hide, man.
And then when Maury opens his DMs for me, he goes in and like starts deleting stuff right away.
It's like the Hillary Clinton server, smashing it with a hammer.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh, holy cow.
Okay. Is this to Tony?
No.
Oh,
This
okay.
is something else.
Okay.
Maury messaged a restaurant.
Oh, yeah, for Wing Day.
Yeah.
Look on his face.
What did you write?
Maury goes, hey, who does your PR? And then the person replied, I won't say the name of the company.
Yeah.
Hi there, we can help you here. What's your inquiry? Maury said, hey, no idea if you wanna, but if you wanted to deliver some wings and stuff to me later, I'd do a post for you for Wing Day.
You can't do that, man. You can't do that, Maury.
Why not?
You can't do that. You can't. You can't work on this show and do that. You can't. On it. Look at me right now. Tell me you're not going to do that anymore.
Fair.
You can't do that.
All right, so
you can't just randomly write companies on social media asking for free stuff.
Well, because I saw that they were doing press today.
Doesn't matter.
I see
Doesn't
here
matter.
your note, Tony. So Maury reached out to you. You replied with your phone number, and then Maury wrote, thanks, kissy face, kissy face.
Kissy face. That's your go-to emoji?
Make
Either
sure
hearts
we
or
can
kissy
reach
face.
you. And then there we go.
What does
All right.
does the kissy face look like?
It's like a happy face with hearts coming out of the mouth.
You send that to people?
Yeah,
like
why not?
as a heart?
Well, because it sort of lightens the mood.
So if
and,
you were
know.
to say that, how would it sound? Like if you were to reply,
Maury.
to Tony, how would that sound?
Okay, so if verbally, it would just be like, okay, we'll chat with you tomorrow. Hugs. Or we'll chat with you tomorrow. Mwah.
Oh, no, Maury. Yo, who's Damien Hirst?
Oh, Damien Hirst is a famous artist.
Are you still writing artists for free art?
all the time?
So Maury wrote on July 7th, hey, no idea if you'll ever see this, but just wanted to send tons of love from Toronto, Canada. Huge fan, right?
Yeah.
So that was July 7th. And then yesterday, Maury wrote to them because they didn't write back.
Yeah.
Maury wrote, guess not.
Oh, my God.
Dude, why are you so thirsty,
Why are
man?
you so angry?
No, it's more like a guess not.
No, it's
like
not.
a sad guess not. It's not an angry guess not. It's a sad guess not.
No, it's not. That is so angry.
Let's see.
You got problems.
Can I just tell you, just
Yeah.
looking through Maury's DMs, you ask a lot of companies for free stuff, huh?
Maury.
No.
Dude, like,
Maury.
what's up with that, man?
No.
Nobody likes that.
Yeah, a lot of it is has moved from hitting on dudes to asking companies for free stuff.
Right. Because you need that outlet. You need the attention somehow, right?
Either with product or love.
Right. Or shirtless pics. Did he ask the wing guy to send him a shirtless pic? If he can't send wings, can you at least get half naked?
Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm done with this.
All right. Hey, Tony, thank you so much for calling, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Love the podcast.
We really like having you on. That was
Looking
great.
forward
Really
to 'em all
appreciate
the
it.
time.
Yeah, we really
Yeah.
appreciate it. Take care, buddy.
Hey, you want to know who's my favorite?
Oh, yeah. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite, Tony?
Okay.
Look at Maury is jumping up so fast right now to go and take his phone away from Mocha. He's like...
So I'm going to go with Roz.
Oh,
I'm
I like
go with
that.
Roz, but I got to warn you, buddy.
Oh.
You're borderline because sometimes you're a bit of a D to Maury.
Oh, I'm the
But
D.
you're my
We just
but you're
went
my
through all the
favorite.
reasons why Maury is actually the giant D, and I'm the D.
Come on. Sometimes when you guys are playing games, you jump on them real hard.
Maury's eyes just lit up when
Maury's
you
like,
when
what
he
game's
said that.
that?
I thought if I keep quiet, he'll say more. Like, go on.
Jump on each other games? Tell me more.
Hey, Tony, love you lots, brother. Thank you so
All right,
much.
thanks, guys.
Right on.
Later.
All right, bye.
Stephen Vodenikarov writes this. Roz, Mocha, damn it, Maury. Do you pronounce the L in salmon?
Hell no.
No, I just say salmon.
Yeah.
I think hearing somebody say salmon
Yeah.
sounds weird.
I
Like
hear
that
people
sounds
say
wrong.
I hear people say salmon though.
Really?
Like, but
Yeah,
seriously?
I've heard, yeah.
But no, hold on. But there's salmon and then there's Salman Rushdie.
Yeah, different thing. He didn't say how do you pronounce Salman Rushdie.
What's Salman Rushdie?
He's like a famous poet or something.
Oh my God. Read a freaking book, man. Jeez.
He did
In
something.
exile for years. No. Okay, never mind. Jesus, Maury. He's a poet.
So no to the L.
No. No, but I've heard people say Salman.
Really?
Yeah. It's
No, I
just
think
like
it sounds weird.
it's just like when people pronounce the T in often.
Often.
Often?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Often.
I don't know how I say it.
Often.
If I say often or
I think
often.
it depends on how you're using the word.
Well, there's only okay. Give me both ways of using the word
Okay.
more.
Do you come here often?
Yeah.
How often do you use that?
Same way.
I think I use
Same way. Same way of using that word, by the way.
I think I use the letter T.
You do, huh?
Yeah, often.
I always find it weird when people do.
I often say it. Yeah, I do.
You do, huh? Interesting.
Cole writes this. I know Roz likes his manual lawn sprinklers and takes pride in his grass. Has Roz ever considered getting a fully automated in-ground sprinkler system installed?
Okay, no, I don't take pride in my manual lawn sprinklers. I take pride in my manual lawn mower. I do have an irrigation system that waters the lawn for me because that's a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But you have to watch out because I'm on a well, and it's tough because you don't want your well to run dry, as they say. So so there you go. No, I like I'm fine with any sprinklers. I have no preferences over hose sprinklers or irrigation systems. So let's just get that out of the way in case I'm offending somebody who is an old school purist for the oscillating sprinkler.
But this sucks though, because if you're in a well and you can't do it that often, like you miss out on that childhood opportunity of running through the sprinkler.
Oh, God, more. If I turn the sprinklers on at my place right now, there's 17 of them to run through. Like, you can't go anywhere. I had 9,000 square feet of lawn, and you couldn't go anywhere without getting soaked. Like, it's fun, okay? It's like the Vietnam of sprinklers. It's like, it's a full-on assault of sprinklers, okay?
Here's one from Aaron Champagne. What's your worst bad habit that you always say you're going to stop doing, but you never do?
You want to give Maury back your phone? What is the worst bad habit?
Like cracking knuckles.
Yeah, no, something like that. I don't know if I'm trying to think what the worst bad habit is.
Is private browsing not a bad habit?
Is private browsing a bad habit?
Wow, dude, if you have to ask that question.
No, but does it fall under habit or thing you do?
Micro cheating is a bad habit, I would say.
Oh, because I was going to say putting my mouth in the resting position I do on the couch is a bad habit. And I want to stop doing that.
You rest your mouth on the couch?
No, I always go like this when I'm like I put the lower jaw over the overjaw.
You underbite yourself?
Yeah.
Why
And I
would
just
you
sit there like this and I forget I'm doing it. And Matthew will come and slap my face saying, "Stop doing that."
Like Sling Blade? Like you just sit there like, Matthew.
Yes.
No gas in it.
That.
Some people call it Sling Blade, some people call it Kaiser Blade.
So that's what you do?
Yeah, and then Matthew will slap me going, "It's going to stay that way."
I like you too.
Do you have a bad habit, Roz?
Geez, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I have anything that I would consider to be a bad habit.
Not smiling?
That's not a habit. That's just
him.
It's just me.
This is life, bro.
Do I have habits? Like I'm sure I do have. Oh, you know what? Here's my thing: is that I don't even think that's not a habit.
Oh, looking yourself in the mirror?
I don't. No, I don't even really, like, I don't do that. Like, I don't shop. I don't have these, like, sort of habitual things that I generally do. I like to be fully content when I eat. Like, if I see things that cause me anxiety would be, Catherine writes me and she's like, hey, me and Roxy are stopping at whatever restaurant on the way home. Do you want anything? And most times I'll say no. Mm-hmm. And then they walk in the door and I'm like, where's your food? And they're like, we ate it. I'm like, where'd you eat it? And they both go, the car. Like, I can't, to me, if I see somebody eating like a meal in a car, to me, it's a waste. Because to me, you have to sit, right? You have to sit, you have to enjoy. It has to be a thing like eating a meal. Like, you have to, it's not something that you can do while you're resting, like the fries on your lap and the burger. Like, it's a waste of a meal to me. Like, I could never eat in a car like
You're
that.
rushing.
Yeah.
Are you not upset that Catherine's passing that on to Roxy and she's going to always eat in the car when she's older?
Okay, more. I mean, geez, man. If that's what Catherine winds up, if that's the worst that she winds up passing on, it's cool. Yeah. Do you have any habits, Mocha?
I don't think so.
Like, because you're right, cracking knuckles is a habit.
Like, I crack my knuckles all the time.
Yeah, but
I used to crack my neck a lot, and then I stopped doing that.
That's bad.
I really, really stopped doing that. I don't know if I have any other like really bad habits that I continuously do.
I constantly rip my toenails with my fingers.
That's
you cut your toenails with your
gross.
fingers?
Yeah, like if I'm on the couch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, see, now we're getting into the habits here. Oh,
Like I'll
Maury.
sit there and I'll like pick at my toenails and
gross.
rip the whole tip of it off.
Oh, gross.
And throw it on the floor next to the couch.
You're disgusting, dude. I can't even look at it. Heather asks, which personality trait has gotten you into the most trouble? I would have to say, oh man, I don't know. Hot-headedness has gotten me into trouble.
Yeah.
More than once.
Yeah.
I think I've calmed down a lot though.
I witnessed that when we were out clubbing one Saturday night, a long time ago, and you got mad at a cab driver.
I did?
Yeah, like you looked in the window or something because he wasn't going to take you or something. And
And you saw Mocha go off on somebody?
Oh, it
Oh
was
yeah, no,
awesome.
because it was we were all trying to get into a cab, a bunch of us, and the cab driver did the window down and wouldn't open the door. We were about to get in, and the cab driver said, "Where are you going?"
Oh,
and we
yeah,
told him, and he's like, "No, I'm not taking you." So I grabbed his
Oh, that's right. You reached in and grabbed his license off his dashboard.
the ID,
Right? His ID. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Called it-
completely ripped it off the dash.
and then we called it in to the company. Oh yeah,
So good.
yeah. I don't do that anymore though.
I would say for me, I wouldn't categorize it as this, but other people would. So it's just the easiest way to say it, which I would say is bluntness. And
Okay.
I don't mean being rude, right?
no.
I don't mean being rude, but and I get it at home with Catherine all the time because Catherine will say something like, "Hey, I just made this soup. Do you want any?" I'll go, "No." And she's like, so rude. She's like, say no, thank you, or no, whatever. I'm like, it doesn't matter what other words I surround no with.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is still no, right? The easiest way for me to answer your question is just simply by saying no. She's like, but it's blunt and it's rude. And I don't like when you talk like that. I'm like, you could ask me that question and I could answer you in all sorts of really wonderful, loving way. It's still going to be no.
Yeah, but
the
sometimes you
answer
gotta
is
candy
still
coat
going to
these
be
things.
no. But I don't do that though, right?
No, but just to appease the people around you.
But I don't. This is my problem. Is I don't often say things to just appease the people around me.
Well, you didn't pronounce the T in often.
What's that?
You didn't
I just
No,
noticed that.
because I don't pronounce the
No, thank
T
you.
in often. Right?
Okay,
Oh,
Kalita.
thank God I got out of that
Oh,
question.
wait, sorry.
Yeah.
Maury, we didn't get to you. Which personality trait has gotten you into the most trouble?
I would say honesty.
Honesty? Okay.
No, lying.
Sure, lying is the answer.
Not honesty. You can't frame
Just look through your
that.
DMs. Okay, Kalita Beckford asks, would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader? I'd say breathe like Vader for sure.
Oh, hell yeah, breathe like Darth Vader. Do the breathing again. That is the worst Darth Vader I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Is that
What
not
is
it?
No, that's definitely not it. sounds like a pellet gun.
Can you do
shooting.
Can you do Yoda, Maury?
Ooh, great Darth Vader you did there.
What the hell was that? This is Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me do Darth Vader now. Hold on. You chill out, Maury.
Oh, boy. That's a great Darth Vader.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did that. I just put the p in the wrong spot.
There is no p.
You always put the pot in the wrong spot.
That's why your marriage is in trouble. Where are we here? We already talked about that one. Tixiana, thank you so much for your question. I think we answered it earlier in the Ask Roz and Mocha. She simply asked, what would your life look like if your spouses and children weren't in it? I know that Mocha and I went into detail about that. So Tixiana, thank you so much for that. Olivia asks, is Mocha really a flat earther?
Listen, man, if someone can explain to me why there's no curve on the horizon, then convince me otherwise.
Okay.
Beautiful flat earth. I love it.
Isn't the answer to that just simply it's daylight some places and nighttime others?
Excuse me?
Mic drop.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, more. Kelsey Henderson, what one defining moment or event in your life do you believe led to the Roz and Mocha show?
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's easy for me. 100% it's easy for me.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What?
Which was Catherine getting pregnant.
Oh, because it kept you from traveling.
No, Catherine got, so here's what happened. Catherine was pregnant.
Yeah.
And I got a job offer to go to Los Angeles. Right at the same time, I was in talks to come and do this show.
Yeah.
Had Catherine not been pregnant, but we were together, we would have moved to LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we would have moved to Los Angeles.
Damn.
But because she was pregnant, her family at the time was in Ottawa. It's a little bit closer to Toronto, and she had her friends here, sort of support system. And I didn't want to have nobody around us at all to help us with a newborn. So we decided that we were going to stay in Toronto and have the baby in Toronto instead of moving to LA and then raising an American baby.
Right.
So Catherine getting pregnant was the reason that we didn't move to LA.
I think the defining moment would have been, we've told the story a couple times on the show, and I'm sure you can find it in the podcast. When I was originally asked to come work for Kiss 92.5 in Toronto, I was offered the position of afternoons.
Yeah.
So I was going to do the afternoon show, and it was like a couple weeks later that they asked if I wanted to do the morning show with you, and I originally said no.
That's right.
For like 2 weeks, I was adamant about not doing the show in the morning with you.
Yeah.
Not because of you, but because I just didn't want to do the morning show.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be in the
sucks.
afternoon.
Waking up in the middle of the night sucks.
Because I'd done that already for years and years and years. So I was looking forward to not waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning every day.
Yeah.
But then eventually I said yes, and then here we are 10 years later.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. We should find out which podcast we did that on more and let people know.
No problem.
When we tell the story of how we got the show together.
Every week on Instagram, at Kiss925, you'll see us post a picture that simply reads, Ask Roz and Mocha. That's where you ask your questions, and we'll try our very best to answer as many as we can on the following week's podcast. And we'll also get one of you to join us on an episode of the podcast as well. Don't forget to leave a rating and or review, because we're starting to read those a little bit more frequently on the podcast as well. And these are the reviews that we get specifically on Apple Podcasts.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat. Catch the guys live weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
Kiss925.com
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.